Cheers.
I got it.
Are we actually live now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till we pop before I say a single word.
Oh, it's
I
popped.
just wasted a bunch of good content on just these three.
For
You
free.
know? I don't. Yeah, for free. I don't talk to these guys in my spare time. Only when there's a camera on. After that, these guys are who's Dylan, who's Kirklin, who's Taylor. I don't even know.
Well, I see it. We're live.
Okay, we see it. There you go. So, all right, take two. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to After 9. I gotta check my links now, make sure they're all good. I am the oh boy, what am I? I'm Travis Snell. Jesus, I just forgot my name. I had a great intro before.
Just did this.
Yeah, my name is Travis Snell. Happy Sunday and whatnot, which we'll talk about. And I'm joined by
Kirklin Bats are happy Sunday ×2.
Dylan Moss, Adam Hartcaster here. Sunday.
I am Taylor Field of Fields. Sunday, fine day, Sunday.
Someone had to do it.
oh yeah, no, I enjoy that one. So yeah, I think we're all good to go. This After 9, this is, as I was saying before, the March 13th edition. I was saying it was a mistake because we couldn't do one of the Saturday or Sunday nights. So we did the Sunday morning, not knowing it was a time change. Now, yeah, Taylor brought up on just a previously recorded After 9 that no longer exists. That I don't like when people bring up the time. It's too late now. It's too far gone. Emily brought up. Dylan dropped it in the Discord last night. Not Dylan's fault because he didn't know. But because the reason is I feel like if I can ignore that it's a time change, it's like, oh, I slept in a little longer today. And then I just go on like life's normal. I don't even I just pretend nothing happened. But now it's too much. There's been too many people saying, hey, it's time change. Hey, blah, blah, blah. So now I know, okay, we lost an hour. Luckily, I've been waking up every day. I don't even work this early, but I've been waking up at 6:30 a.m. just to be up, just so, I don't know, just continually so I can do things before work. So luckily now when I woke up now, it's like 7:30. So it didn't feel that bad. But yeah, I try to avoid the time change, but alas, here we are.
I thought it was a public service announcement. For myself personally, I need to go to bed earlier tonight so that I'm ready to go at what is essentially 8 a.m. I don't know if I've ever recorded a podcast. I guess we've done 24-hour streams starting that early, but
yeah,
that's pretty early for content stuff. So I thought it was more of a public service announcement. That's where I'm coming from.
No, that's why I wasn't mad at you. You're definitely in tomorrow's Commonwealth Day. That's good to know. And it's St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. Anyone celebrating that?
Sure.
I got some green.
Got some green? Yeah, I got some green.
Got some booze that can be drank.
Yeah. I'll go more about the time change in a second. But April, you're here. Welcome. How's it going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Do you have a time change over there?
Yeah, I changed this morning.
Okay. Damn it. I'm sorry. I feel because wasn't there something here in Canada or maybe British Columbia? I know. I thought we were going to do a vote, and I think it was before COVID, and that's what stopped. But I thought we were going to do a vote to stop the spring forward, fall back thing.
Well, I know in the Yukon they don't do it. So Tyler Briggs up there, he's out there staying on the same time no matter what month it is. So I don't know. I don't even know where in Canada we still do it, but at least in Yukon they don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Northern BC they don't do it either. My aunt lives
There you go.
up there, and yeah, they don't change clocks.
So it's still not. So what is that time zone then? If we're Pacific,
I actually don't know. I thought that they're the same as us because they're in the same province, but they just don't.
Well, I guess because we
they're
switch
north
between
enough.
PST and PDT, because no one ever says PDT,
no.
even though we are
I
switching
don't know
back
what
and
that
forth. So I
means.
guess Yukon is just always PST.
Yeah, and you're EST, right, April?
I'm
Eastern?
CST.
What the fuck is CST?
CST is a little
Central.
more east, right? Like Alberta and so forth. For
Well,
us.
so
Alberta's
what-
mountain time.
No, but
so
that's
what-
CST as well.
Mountain time.
What time is it for
MST.
you there, April?
It's 11.
11. So it's only 2 hours ahead. Oh wait, no. Oh my, no.
Quick
What's
maths.
happening? Oh, okay, I don't even know now. I thought my computer had not changed time, but it has changed time. It is 9. So you're only 2 hours ahead of us. Okay. Man, it's I had to learn time zones so much because I made the mistake with the podcast network. Most people are Eastern, so we're always very different. They're 3 hours ahead, but then there's I can't remember Hines. He lives in Newfoundland. Is that the mountain time where I think he's 4 hours ahead of us. I think is that mountain time.
That sounds about right.
mountain
Like super
time's right
far
next to us.
east, right?
I don't know. I know we can't all be on the same time zone. I get that because days and whatnot. But yeah, but Taylor, aren't you a fan of it? Because I feel like we had a conversation where I was talking about like, yeah, I can't wait to vote to get rid of this thing, and you're like, because I think you shared the article, Classic Taylor, being like, can you believe these people? And everybody was like, yeah, we don't want this.
I can
Really?
see the silliness in the aspect of changing the time back and forth, because technically when you think about it, when you're playing with an hour ahead, hour back, technically I haven't done the math, but we should be days either ahead or days like back.
Oh, no.
Like technically today isn't really today when you think about
That's
it.
like some time
Because
travel.
after
shit.
2000,
Yeah, it's the closest
2000
we're gonna
years,
get to time travel. So
it
let
is.
happen.
After 2000 years, eventually those hours are gonna, affect like what day we're actually on. So the year might not even be the year 2022. It might be 2021 still. Who knows?
Whoa.
I did not know Carl had a dog.
That sounds like a conspiracy theory.
Mhm.
I thought like Carl just had a fucking mop for a second. He just shoved his face in it and everything.
Rubbing
But,
his face in it.
No, Taylor, that is a good point that we've lost or gained a number of days over the years. You know, if
Mhm.
you put the hours together, it's like those stats which always scare me. But it's like, imagine if you were to get a stat, like let's say you die, right? And if there's afterlife or heaven, you go there, and there's a stat of like, oh, this is how long you spent on the bus, or this is how long you spent at work. Those would be like a video
Oof.
game. Yeah, I'd hate to see those stats. Like I'd hate to see, especially the stuff I
Ooh.
hated. Yeah, right.
I had to do
I
that
want
for
the
my
advanced stats.
one of my courses in college. We had to fill out this paperwork, and the teacher calculated how many hours worth of film and video games I play in my entire life.
You loser.
It wasn't pretty. It was a good quarter of my life. It was brutal.
But you like
What?
doing that.
A quarter of your life.
It was a lot of time. Like I couldn't believe it.
What the hell?
Unless his math was wrong, which I'm hoping it was.
He put it on.
I
front
think
of
his
the whole
math
class.
was wrong. Yeah.
But wait a second, was this college or high school? Because I
College.
could believe high school. Okay, yeah, because high school I could have believed you, because high school, all I think about, in my opinion, was, and I don't know why it's my opinion, it's my thoughts. From elementary to, I don't know, middle of high school, I feel like I would just go to school and then come home and just play video games. What did I do all spring break and winter break? Play video games. Like, so there, at high school, I could believe that quarter of my life was maybe video games. Now it couldn't be, but I don't know. Dylan, is a quarter of your life video games? You play a lot of video games.
I do, but a quarter is a lot of time. That's a lot, man. There's no way.
Yeah. Carl, how's it going?
Hey guys. Sorry.
Yeah. Now, yeah, it's okay. We're only on an audio thing, Carl. You don't need your voice at all.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So I have to ask you, because this is the most
Yes.
important question now, because Taylor asked us, I have no idea. I figured April and our American people and other Canadian would be doing it. Did you have a time zone change today? Or just wait,
No.
no, just an hour change, not a time zone change.
I think it's the end of the month, our time changes.
So you do change the
Oh.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just an hour, and is it like ahead or
Yeah.
back?
Fall forward, spring back, I think it is.
Okay.
So yeah.
Do you guys like that over
So I
there?
remember. I heard they were supposed to be changing it because there was an
That's
actual
the rumor.
Yeah, there's a rumor it's supposed to be changing because there's like a lot of facts out around when they change the clocks. There's more accidents than on the Monday morning
Mhm.
after they change the clocks.
Mm.
And like it's an actual real stat.
I think that was a stat for Canada too, because I think it's a combination of people are either really tired or they're late for something, right?
Do you think
Like-
it's
Yeah,
the,
no,
what?
that's
What
right.
if it's people who just hate the time change, and it's just people actively going out to commit crimes the day after to try and build
Yeah.
this narrative up that it actually is dangerous?
Those people should be locked up for life. If they're just actively like trying to get in accidents, like I'm gonna get those stats up, you know? Oh man.
Chaos reigns. Let's go.
Mhm.
Anarchy.
Chris Bog from our alliance says spring forward definitely messes with our kids' sense of time, not the best for all. And Heinz says you never threw a ball for fun, Snail. Like I guess I did, but like I feel like I still the amount of times my dad is not a sporty guy, you know, like he moves around like SpongeBob.
You can tell by your physique.
But thank you, Carl. I'm working really hard on it. But like we'd go out to do some football, we did some soccer, but I definitely feel like the video games outweighed that. You know, I threw lots of balls in Madden, lots of touchdown. But and then I remember in high school, I thought about joining the football team, and I was talking with guys, and oh yeah, this could be great, blah blah blah. And then I found out you had to practice 2 times a week. I was like, oh, I'm not doing that. And then I just left. I left the first practice because I thought it was just maybe once a week, or you know. And then
You're
like,
busy
I was
playing Madden 2 times a week instead.
yeah. Well, I just wanted the game. I didn't want, and I understand that's what you have to do and everything, but I was like, I don't want the practice. This doesn't sound anything. But I always loved, I loved tackling people or being tackled. That was fun. I loved What are you
Holy
laughing
cow
about?
over here.
Kirkland 100%. That was sometimes. But yeah, I was a big
Did you
fan of
guys
that.
ever play Kissy Catchies?
What?
Never
What
heard
is
of that.
that?
Is that a
Kissy
sex
catches?
game?
It's where like you have to chase the person, and when you catch them, you kiss them. No.
Whoa,
No.
that does not
No.
sound politically correct anymore.
Well,
No, we
back
definitely
then, it
played
was
that
They
in
more
like
banned that
grade
at my
one.
school.
Like that
Yeah.
was way
Yeah,
back in the day.
kissy
But we didn't call it
catchies, yeah.
kissy catchies. That sounds.
What did you
that's
call
a
it?
weird name.
Kitty catchers.
I can't even remember. There definitely was a name, but I don't know what it was.
What is the age
Yeah.
range for this game?
Yeah.
Well,
There's
Like
well, we
max.
had
6 years old.
we had that one, and there was like Up Against the Wall, which was
Oh.
one game where the girls
Oh, no.
where the girls would all come along and kiss the guys, and then rate who was the better kisser.
Wow.
Wow. No, I didn't do that.
I don't remember these
No, no.
games.
Is this a school
No.
course for credits? Like,
That was,
I think-
yeah, it was coursework.
I think us four on the GeekVerse 24-hour stream next year will have to do that, up against
Oh,
the
yeah,
wall.
I agree.
It's the wall.
You went
Who's
to a
the
very
better-
sex positive school. That's
Yeah. Well, remember
Just
we
what
talked. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, it's okay.
No, I was gonna say we talked about last time. Remember we talked about with the Batman how it got rated R because of violence with the sex and whatnot. It's not as big. We're here, it's the complete opposite. But yeah, I know there was like I think the most equivalent to that I had was maybe like just the classic spin the bottle. I never heard this catchy kissers or like Up Against the Wall. I think I've seen Up Against the Wall in a movie or show or something, but I've never seen a live demonstration of that. That's wild. Jeez.
We're allowed to meet up, Travis. I'll show you.
I'll make the trip as soon as I want to, but no. Now, Emily does want to go to Ireland, so one day if we're there, I won't hit you up. I'll just say, I was sending you a photo if I was here, and then I won't say anything. But,
You complete asshole. You wouldn't even hit me up.
I was gonna ask you guys if you guys probably maybe just the Canadian guys had this, but I'm not sure. In elementary, I had PTSD the other day. I was talking with Emily, and did you guys ever do like a wax museum show where you had to pick a famous person or celebrity and perform as them?
no.
So what it was is
That's really weird.
it is really weird. And this is why I was like, man, if that happens to our kids, I will let them skip school. I'm going to be maybe worst/best parent because there's so much stuff that I dislike. But so you had to pick somebody. I picked Tom Cruise, and you're supposed to like get in character and say facts about them and things about them. And you stand there and you do like a pose. You're stuck. Someone comes by, presses a button, and then you give the whole spiel and everything. So this was in front of the class.
Whoa.
But then what you would do is you'd go out in the field. You'd spread the entire, because it's multiple class did this, and then each grade would come by and they could do the button. It was when I thought about it again, it was super traumatizing. There's nothing more traumatizing that someone hits the button, you do your show, and then when they walk away, you hear murmurs of, well, that one wasn't really good. And and I was like, man, the stuff they made us do. What's wrong, Kirkland? You look like
Oh,
you're
that's
crying.
fucking funny. Dance
So were most
monkey.
people picking like Hollywood actors and stuff?
Yeah, no, I think it was a mix of like you had like Cleopatra, and you had like famous people you would know though, like I don't know,
Big names.
yeah, who's a big name that's not what's a big like historical name?
Tanya Harding.
Yeah, but no one picked Tanya Harding.
George
not the-
Washington.
Yeah, someone did George. Yeah, something like that, like those type of like Abraham Lincoln stuff like that. Like no one did Stephen Harper in 2002, but like I think there was probably like a Michael J. Fox, but yeah, that was traumatizing. I hate the stuff they made us do back then. That whole public speaking thing and just awful. But you guys
The
didn't
idea
have
that like celebrities just walk around and like share facts about themselves is just
yeah.
You
Funny
were so
implication.
hard done by, Travis. So hard done by.
100%. Kids won't
Yeah.
understand how hard I had it back
Oh
in the day.
yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
had to go up there and perform as Tom Cruise and embarrass myself and everything.
That would have been heaven for me. I would have loved that.
I'll bring it
Heaven.
back. I'll go
we,
try.
we used to get the cane in school, and you got to just stand up and act. That's fun.
Oh yeah. Did you guys ever have pen pals in elementary school?
Hmm. I don't know. If I did.
Like
it was
in
an
jail?
option in middle school.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
do it.
No, you didn't do it.
No, it was
It-
like it was like a pen pal thing, but also an exchange through someone in Quebec for like the French program.
Oh, and you chose not to. So you
Yeah,
could help someone.
I
out,
was
but
so lazy. I'm like, I'm not doing extra stuff outside of school hours. Gotta go home
Wow.
and play video
I
games.
think that was
Travis.
actually an optional thing I could do too. But
See, my elementary school, it wasn't optional. I had to write to some guy funny enough named Kyle. I found the papers. Emily, we were going through stuff, and I found the papers. And I'm not gonna lie, He had his last name. I looked him up on Facebook. I didn't hit him up, but I thought about hitting up in Messenger and being like, "I was your pen."
Like how long ago? Not long ago.
This is probably like grade 2, grade 1. So just a
you're gonna
few
look him
years
up
ago.
now?
Just a few years ago.
Does he live in
yeah, look.
Australia by any chance?
What? No, he doesn't. He's white. I looked up Facebook. He's white, so he was not the same Kyle. But did you have a pen pal, Carl?
No, not really. No,
No.
like
Okay.
pen
Really?
girls. Back in the day when
Yeah.
internet just started. But that's about it.
That's what
like
you're doing in
girls.
elementary school. What happened to your parents? Where were they watching you?
They weren't.
Okay, fair enough. April, did you have a pen pal?
Nope.
High school sucked, apparently. You guys, like, what's the worst thing your guys, like, elementary school made you have to do? Do you have anything where, like, I did not really want to do this or something like that? A pen pal that you think back and you're like, why did I do this? Because apparently just my elementary school has these shitty things I had to do and not you guys. Like, I had to be a museum person. I had to do a pen pal.
I loved my
I don't. To be
elementary
honest, I don't know
school.
if a mandatory pen pal thing. That doesn't sound like the worst thing to have to do.
No, but it's not.
And even the
was
celebrity
abused.
one, it's kind of weird, but I don't know. It's just one day. Like, obviously, if it's still sticking with you, that's not good. But I think you're maybe blowing this out of proportion a little bit.
No, you know what you do? You do it for us after 9.
See, I don't know. See, for elementary and high school, what's the age difference? Do you have middle school as well? Is that a thing?
We
Yeah.
do here, yeah.
I did not.
So what? We have
elementary-
two. We have got like primary school and secondary school.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So secondary school is like from 12 plus 11.
Yeah, it's not everywhere in Canada because Taylor didn't have it. Emily and Vernon, which is an hour away, doesn't have it. Here in Kelowna, it's 1 to 6, and then 7 to 9, and then 10 to 12.
So ours is
Yeah.
1 to 7 and it goes 8 to 15.
That's what was for me as
Yeah.
well.
So in first year, I had to sing the Titanic song in front of the whole assembly.
That's
Whoa.
worse. That's worse than tryouts.
Did you nail it?
Yeah, but he volunteered for
My
it.
voice hadn't broke. No, I didn't. It was part of this like program I was on. I was made to do it. Wasn't fair.
Rehabilitation.
Yeah,
program.
rehabilitation in first year at the age of 12.
So, how many? Like, the good thing was it wasn't just him though. You were in a group with a bunch of people.
There
right? So you couldn't
was,
hit-
I had a solo and then I was singing with the rest. I can't sing, by the way. So
Oh, you had a. Then how'd you get?
Yeah.
How are you the solo guy if you couldn't
'Cause we-
sing?
because I could sing better than the other people that was there. It was a really small group and we had to like do this performance in front of the whole school in first year.
Wow,
Yeah.
Titanic. That's bold.
Yeah, and that's high. That's
Yeah,
I
that
can still
is.
remember that's high.
Wow. See, there you go. You could prepare. You could sing for us, or anything like that. So,
I'm no Hansi. I'm no Hansi.
Taylor, what are you eating over there?
What am I eating?
Yeah.
It is a fruit psyllium husk smoothie. It's loaded with nutrients, fiber, antioxidants, berries. This thing is just
Where's the husk
Yeah.
part come from?
It's like a tiny little like fibrous like seed or whatever, and it's supposed to be really good for your immune system and your digestive system. So I've been dabbling in a lot of different vitamins and stuff.
Uh-oh.
It's awesome.
I was gonna say, why, Kirklin, you laugh when you said that's awesome, though. So you don't believe it, you know?
No, it's just
Next
it's-
time you're
it's-
here, I'll
not
mix
what
some
I was
psyllium
expecting to
husk in
hear.
your drink for you.
No,
I'm down.
You dirty boy.
No, we didn't say this because we did this the first time when we were off air, but Dylan is sitting in the very first studio we were at GeekVerse there. Because I know
Original
you're
basement.
the original basement. I know your dad has taken over. How much room do you actually have in there? Because I see you're in the corner. Is the rest of it just filled with his
Well,
stuff?
I'm specifically at the desk, which is here in this corner.
Mm-hmm.
But I will be honest, there's a lot of stuff in this room. It's there's things all over the ground. There's multiple desks. There's a couch. Now there's like a treadmill over there. There's still that massive piano. So there's a lot going on. But I'm comfortable. I got my
Yeah.
space.
Whenever I see you in that like angle, I just go back to like you and Briggs for that Strikers video where he like punches the soccer
Right
ball.
against this legendary
Yeah.
door. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember it took a little bit, and kudos to Dylan who did move lots of his stuff around in the room. But I remember we tried multiple corners or angles in that room when we started doing video. I remember people can go back. It was for me, I think the worst one we've ever done as far as video is our very first one. It's called X-Men Predictions. It was right before Apocalypse, and we were sitting up against that closet, and it was one table. We had like 3 or 4 toys there to like spruce it up. we had this camera angle that was like sitting. I think it was almost sitting on like that bookshelf you have, like something like that. And it was like almost like a bird's eye view down on us.
Nice.
And I remember just like, and I
I'll have to go back
remember,
for that.
yeah, and I remember everyone being super uncomfortable because it was like the first time we ever did video or everything. We're like, okay, we'll try this and change it up. And ever since then, it started to evolve and everything. But yeah, but Dylan, you moved your whole bedroom around, so I appreciate that. You know.
No, I think the brick wall as the backdrop was the
Yeah.
coolest.
Yeah,
That's pretty unique. Yeah.
Yeah, oh no, 100%. And it's so funny because I thought about it because I remember you had moved, but I was like, how did we do a 24-hour stream in there? But I remember after it was in the Custard Dome, so we never,
Yeah.
we never did one though in there.
No.
It's crazy.
We'll have to go back and do one in there.
His parents
Yeah,
will love
kick
that.
my parents out. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, let's move this stuff back up, you know. And Kirkland, maybe I was busy or you did explain, but what were you doing at 3 a.m. last night? Because Kirkland said he didn't get to bed till 3 a.m.
I was just, watching the OLED, experiencing some nice graphical content on the new
Right.
TV, and playing some Deathloop. I was having fun with that.
Nice.
Such a
Oh.
beautiful
Is it
looking
good?
game, and it's very, very good. Very, very fun. Go check out Dylan and I's. Fuck, what do we do? 3 hours? I think.
3-hour review. Yeah.
Yeah, lots and lots of fun. But yeah, just living life.
Mm-hmm. How's Marco? The dog you won't let me see.
Marco's awesome. You can see him maybe one day.
See, maybe one day. you know.
Visiting hours are closed for right now.
Yeah, only 3 a.m. 3 a.m. is when you can have people over.
Yeah, he was chilling with me.
Yeah. Carl, how's Elden Ring going for you?
Oh, that game sucks. It's so hard.
It's
You know what? It looks the part. It's just not what I thought it was going to be when I got into it. That's my own fault. I should not have bought that game off the bat. Look, it's a good game for people like that, but it's not what I was expecting.
it's fair enough.
Yeah. And I appreciate the fact that it's a really hard game. So, fair play to them. But not for me.
Yeah. What else?
It
you been
converted
up-
Travis though, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
got something more
Yeah.
to it.
I end up just putting a cheat on and going around just trying to kill people to see, and I still didn't know what I was doing. So it
A
was just-
cheat. There's cheat
Yeah.
codes for it?
Oh yeah.
Is there actually? Wow. Like I'm not gonna get into them, but I didn't know
No, don't.
games still did cheat codes nowadays. You know.
There's always a way.
Did you
There's
get it
always-
digital or can you return it? Get your money back.
I bought it digital. So
Yeah, that's
that's
tough.
what it is.
That was your
I
mistake
know,
right there.
I know. I got it cheap though because I don't know if you have this over there, but there's a company called CD Keys and they do like online codes. So you get them like for like 30-40% off the original price and you just put it into
That's
Steam.
pretty
and-
good.
Yeah. And it's the original game, like it's something dodgy or nothing, but it's it was still cheap enough. But I'll never play it again. I just
think you should.
downloaded I got Jurassic Park Evolution 2, so I just started that earlier on.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so I'm getting into it.
The first one's on Games Pass, right? I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just added the Camp Cretaceous DLC, Carl.
Yes, I've seen that. So I'll be I literally just started today, as well as I got the new WWE game. So I was playing GMO last night, thinking of you, Travis.
Yeah, I was gonna get that, but then I got Elden Ring, so I'm busy. But I will be getting that soon because I love GM mode. How is GM mode? Because I know that I stripped some stuff.
I was gonna say it's a lot more basic compared
Yeah.
to the old ones, yeah. But I haven't played wrestling games in a long time, and I'm not a big wrestling fan. But I've always loved the games before. But it's a good game. The graphics hold up. It plays well. I've enjoyed it so far. I was only on it from yesterday. I played GM mode last night. Again, very bare basic, but still good.
Yeah, I'll pick it up at some point. Maybe next month or two, because I don't know if there's many ones that I'm getting. Lego Star Wars, I'm on the fence about, and then there's other ones that I don't think I have anything immediate until maybe the fall. I think there's a couple that
Strikers
have like some,
though, right? In June.
Yeah, I guess it just doesn't take much to commit to because it's like Expedition, right? I'm sure there's some story or World Cup mode or something like that, but I don't think it's gonna be crazy. I gotta dive, So, but I am very excited for Strikers. I actually just can't believe that is a real thing we're getting in June. I did not think because Dylan always say, "Oh, one day," and I thought it was still. I thought we would get it one day, but I always thought that it would be announced and then we'd wait another 2 to 3 years. Not hey, announced and then we're getting it in June. So I'm very excited for that.
I think this is more a tailored game. Starship Troopers. Do you know when that's out?
Oh, that game's been pushed back so many times.
Yeah.
No.
I've been waiting for it, but I can't justify paying like the full price just for a small linear campaign. I'll have to wait for it to like go on sale, but I'll
Yeah.
check its date.
It's the same with Dying Light 2. I waited for so long for that, and I still haven't got it yet.
I haven't
Like if
gotten
it
it
came out
yet
last
either.
year, yeah, if it came out last year and it was supposed to be, I would have been all over it. But now it's came out, I'm like, I'll just wait.
It's supposed to come out the end of this month, March 31st. So we'll see. But I'm with you on that because, like, Dying Light, like, it looks good, but they announced so many bugs they're trying to fix at launch. So just wait for it to go on sale because it is a good game franchise.
The way you say that, they announce these bugs like, oh, check out this bug. We have
Yeah.
this brand
New
new
bug
bug that
LC
crashes the
coming up.
game. It breaks the
New bug
console.
DLC. Spend $20 to make it worse. What do you mean? What do you mean the price? Is it like a full priced $70-$80 game for the Starship Troopers one? I thought it was a smaller game.
Let me pull up the price. It's smaller. It's a smaller game, but I just assumed it was like 69 or
Smaller
79
game,
bucks.
bigger price.
Yeah, more bugs.
That's the way it's going.
Yeah.
I don't know, but is this war affecting you guys over there with fuel prices and gas prices or anything?
I think a little.
A little.
The gas prices are pretty savage.
Ours is like nearly doubled in the last couple of weeks. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get the bike, you know.
Yeah.
Bike life. All I gotta fill up those tires. Tires. I'm not riding towers and everything like that. But yeah, no, I hear about it. I know what I see the most about it is just memes. Lots of gas memes. Lots of memes of the yin yang about Russia and Ukraine and whatnot. That's almost, you got to judge how something's big in the world when you see a bunch of memes. You're like, well, clearly people are talking about it, you know. So, but no, I think we're lucky right now because we still drive the car. But then on mat leave, we don't go to too many. We do some stuff on the weekend for the kids and some preschool, but we're not driving all the place. And then my work is like 10 minutes away, so I just bike ride. So it's not too bad. Taylor, that price did you find?
Trying to. I found one, but it doesn't seem legit.
Wow, it doesn't seem legit. So, what you been up to, April, since last time we talked? We had talked about Texas Chainsaw Massacre and whatnot. What you been up to, life-wise or movie-wise or show-wise, anything like that?
Been watching Severance on Apple Plus or Apple TV Plus, whatever the hell it is.
What is that about? I keep seeing people talk about it.
So there's this weird, mysterious workplace, and in order to work there, you have to agree to, it's called severance. And so basically you have a work you and a home you, and they don't know about each other at all. So as soon as you get on the elevator to get to work, you forget everything about your personal life. And as soon as you get off to go home, you forget everything about your work life.
And is it more sci-fi? Does it have like a horror slant? Is it more sci-fi, or what is it? Like, what? Because it sounds like something fishy is going to go on eventually there.
It's more like a drama.
Okay. Yeah, the only reason it got on my record is because people are talking about, but then I saw Christopher Walken's in it, right?
Yeah.
Is he in it a lot?
No, he's a smaller character so far. He started to be in it a little more. The guy who played Falcone in the Batman is in it. He's one of the main characters.
John Turturro. Okay, so
have you done the Batman yet?
Yeah, 3 times.
Okay.
No, we haven't spoke about it yet. No,
Right.
we will. Carl, don't jump the gun.
Okay. No, I was just wondering because I know I was late to the show. I wasn't sure what I missed.
We talked about it all. We're about to end in 2 minutes here.
The second
It's over
review.
2 minutes. 2 seconds.
yeah. This is the third review.
Speaking of TV, has anybody ever watched Upload on Amazon?
I haven't seen the second season yet, but I watched.
Yeah,
the first.
me either. But it's just because I seen it dropped. I was like, oh, and I really enjoyed that first season. Caught me off guard. I didn't think I would
Sorry,
like
what's
it
the
so
name of the
much.
show?
Upload.
Upload. Okay.
Yeah, so it's basically what happens is you can die, right? So you can either just die,
True to
or
life.
you can be uploaded to virtual
It's
reality.
realistic.
Yeah. So and I didn't think I was going to like it, but it's got a really good concept. So if you're looking for something to watch, check it out.
No, oh no, I don't have a list at all, Carl. I don't have a list.
No, you don't.
tons
No,
of
you've
things. Yeah,
only
I still
got Cobra
4
Kai to
seasons of
watch for the
Cobra
last 4
Kai,
years. Yeah.
No, I think the next one. Sorry, we are trying to watch the Squid Game because Emily really wants to watch it. We just
Squid
didn't
Game's
get
so
on
good.
Yeah, we didn't get on the bandwagon when it happened. We just it's one of those shows that we know we can't watch when the kids are awake. So it's one of those of like you got a finite time. So we're gonna probably start next week because last time we watched House of Gucci, I watched that again, and that's so
Again.
Yeah, she hadn't seen it. It's one of these trash fire movies that I watching again. I just kind of enjoy it. It's just it's for sure a guilty pleasure. It's just it's fun, and I have a question about upload after, but what I still cannot believe is, so like, it's not a spoiler, it's a real life. So what happens is like the guy that Adam Driver plays, he gets killed and assassinated because like this whole story, right? But the whole thing is about like, okay, so his ex-wife does this to him. She hires a hitman. She only got 19 years. I cannot believe that we live in a system where I could like, and I'm sure it's different because she had some money, but like I can say, hey, I need Taylor killed. Can you two guys kill Taylor? I organized Taylor's death. It happened, and I only get 19 years.
Probably get less, to be honest, nowadays.
Yeah. Oh, it's Taylor.
Technically
killed.
speaking, I don't think you should get any because you didn't do it. So whatever.
What? No, that's like I cannot believe. Like again, that's what money gets you. But it's just like I can't believe that she literally made it so a man's life was taken away, and she only got 19 years. Not even 20 years. Like that's what you get. That is ridiculous. That is crazy.
So question though, if I say Travels, I'll give you $20 to jump off this wall and you actually break your neck and die, am I responsible for your murder?
No, but that's different. This would be like you paying me $20 and then saying, like I said,
well, if I paid
Taylor
$20 to push you off the wall,
yeah, you should go to jail.
I should go to jail. Okay.
Well,
but not me.
Just one there. Just one there.
No, also you.
No, not Taylor. Not Taylor.
No,
In
but
fact,
here's
especially you, and also Carl.
There's a gray area there because you're saying push off the wall. You could have a defense of you didn't want him to be.
Well, if
you didn't want me to be killed. Yeah, true. But
Personally, I think the guy who built the wall should go to jail.
I think it should go the whole way back.
Life.
And right back to the person who decided to build the wall.
Yeah.
The architect.
Yeah, where did those raw ingredients come from? All those people.
But like your intention maybe was not to kill me. Her intention was the guy that kills. I can't remember the Gucci guy. I can't remember. It's Merzazi. I can't never say his first name. But the guy who kills him, he got a life sentence, but she didn't. So like, I do think in your scenario, if you wanted to kill me, Carl, you should go to jail, and then Taylor should go to jail. But that's crazy. You know, it just doesn't make any sense to me how you could just be actively, you know, still in the world, enjoying life and stuff, and you were the center of someone's demise. You know, I don't get that. That makes zero sense. And anytime I watch that movie, I'm like, right, scary. Upload. I was gonna ask, so the premise is you said you either just die or you get uploaded into virtual reality.
Yeah, and there's all like different tiers. So it's like a game. So the more money you have, you can live in a nicer place, and you've got you've got data, so to speak. So if you're really poor, you've got like 2 gig data, so you can afford to blink once a month, and that's about it. And your data can run out. So it's honestly, watch it if you're looking something different. It's something that's really surprised me.
Well, I'd have to watch it to see the rest of everything. But like, unless you're very religious, why wouldn't you take that option?
That's right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Like when
there's some people that can't afford to take that option. That's the other.
Okay.
It's a whole there's a whole backstory to it.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't want to
fair.
get too much away.
But if I could, it's like what
yeah.
I'm dying. You know, it's like I've said before. Like when I die, whether it's 10 days, 50 years.
One example is and it's not a spoiler, where there's a character in it and his wife died naturally. So he doesn't want to be uploaded because he wants to go be with his wife.
Right.
So there's that dynamic as well.
Are you the same person in this virtual world?
You have an avatar of you that looks exactly like you, yeah.
Okay. Could you change it up? Like, could you be a different person if you want
to? Because it's future based as well. Like they've got the whole thing in where you can taste food, even though you're not actually eating it. It feels like you are.
Matrix.
Ignorance is bliss.
Amen, brother.
Exactly. Yeah. Dylan, would you do that? Would you, if you had the money, would you upload yourself to the virtual world?
Oh man, I don't know. Like, I guess because you would make that decision at any point in your life. You wouldn't have to wait until you're old. But I wonder how I'd feel if I'm like 80 years old, if I would be into that kind of thing, or if I'd be like, you know what, I'm feeling pretty good. I'll pass on here. But so is it, if you have the money, like, are you just in there for forever? A month or something, or you are in there for as long as you have the minimum amount, you are in there forever.
As long as the server doesn't crash, you're good to go.
Right. But what if the server crashes? All those people just die, I guess.
Yeah, you're just data. You're gone.
Wow.
So like to Dylan's point,
I guess I'd do it. Yeah, I don't know.
If Dylan's like 80 though, but could you make it so you're like in your prime age?
And the thing is, you can also Zoom call with people in real life, so you can like call your partners and stuff.
Oh, okay, that changes it.
Yeah. So just to throw that in, so you can contact people on the outside, and they have like a sex suit, so you can touch each other and feel it. Well, she can
Oh.
fit it. Or
Oh.
he can fit it.
I'm in then. Yeah.
Up against the
Yeah,
wall.
so-
Yeah,
Up against the wall.
It's a lot of people if you're in the virtual world now. Just like, man, yeah, that's great, because that was going to be my next question. If like you could get updates on the other world, because you could still watch TV, you could still follow your favorite sports team, you could do all that, That's what I want. I've always said before, I don't know what the whole heaven hell situation is, afterlife. What I want is like when you're dead, you could pretty much watch life like as a TV now. Like you don't get to participate in it, and you're waiting for people to come, but you just get to like, oh, this is what so and so's up to. Oh, this is what so and so's up to. Just like little, little tabs for stuff going on.
I think I would just rather watch TV than watch people.
You could still do that, but you'd still might want to know
Prefer-
what's going on. You're like, if you,
Well, I don't really want to check on my ex, and she's like hooking up with some 6 foot, tall.
well, you don't need to
muscular-
watch that part.
That's
Yeah, and
the
why
only
she
channel.
why she
Close
hooking
that
up,
tab.
Carl? Why is she hooking up
Well,
with
there's-
me? I don't know what's going on there in your scenario.
Me either. That's what I said. I know he looks like me, but it's fine.
But like, no, yeah, like you don't say you can close that tab. But like, are you gonna just watch? You like sports? You just gonna watch replays of his sports games all the time? No, you'd want to watch the new things and see what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Taylor, would you upload yourself
Yeah.
virtually?
I'm always down for a way of transcending my mind in some shape or
Always
form.
down.
But
Bad
Yeah.
guy origin
I'd
story.
I'd look into
Yeah, that sounds like.
I'd look
You want to transcend
into
your mind?
I'd look into different aspects of what I could do. Like, just living in the virtual realm wouldn't be good enough. I'd want to go Chappie route, where I have a whole team build a robot body, and I could just pop my consciousness back and forth from the data realm into the real world in a robot body and just check
This is
it
a
out.
bad guy origin story.
Yeah, you want to be a robot
But
after
you
you die. That's what you want to be.
At some point.
And poor Madison, she's trying to move on with her life, and little Aubie down here with Taylor. Hey, Madison, like, then you put her in a bad situation. She might want to move on and get.
She'll
like,
move on. If I die, I'm not gonna haunt her. I'm gonna let her go.
It sounds like you might. You might just destroy any man she talks to.
you're gonna be a little robot.
I'll be living with one of you guys in my robot form.
Oh no! Here's Uncle
Son of
Taylor. Oh man, what about you, Kirkland?
Yeah, I feel like if I had to answer today, probably. I don't see any reason not to. Maybe like Dylan said, if I become an old man and I'm a lot more wise, and I have no reason to, but as of right now, I don't see the harm in it.
Would you keep podcasting after you go into the
Oh,
digital realm?
100%.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Keeper lives on forever. You got us and the little robot Taylor.
Yeah.
We keep all our data on him. Now, what in this scenario, if let's say you're going to be dying soon, and let's say your family's, actually, we'll go reverse. What if Shay's all aboard doing this virtual thing, but your family's like, absolutely not, I don't want to do it? Are you like, okay, fam, sorry, do your own thing? Or you need vice versa? What if your family's for it, but Shay's not,
Why would my family be against it? That's
It's
weird.
a scenario. I'm just saying. That's not the part of the question you get to change. I'm saying it comes, you're signing those papers away, and one party's saying absolutely, one party's saying absolutely not. What do you do?
I'd side with Shay.
Like you'd get
Either
over it
way.
eventually, right? Like
No,
in
no,
100
no.
years, be like family. I don't even.
Kirkland,
who are
I just
those
want you to die. It's fine. Just go. Just go. Keep going.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not their choice.
You got to make sure that relationship works out, though, because if you side with Shay and then it doesn't work out, and then you had a chance to be virtual and you're not, then it's
Well,
like, wow.
that's one of the plot points in this show as
Oh,
well.
okay, there you go.
Yeah, so it's really worth watching.
I'll say I side with Shay because she's
'Cause-
sitting next to me right now. And
Forever
I'll always side
becomes
with her.
forever in that kiss.
Yeah. Unless you need her to walk out, then you don't fucking side with Shay. You get her to go in the dark, right?
Sure. I don't understand the question.
When she wanted your assistance at the car, you're like, I always side with Shay. And when Shay asked you, could you come to the car with her because she was scared to go outside?
Yeah,
And Kirkland said, no, I'm not going to go
I
outside.
learned a
You-
lesson that day. That's what I'm saying. I side with her.
Uh-huh. What about
10
you,
years
Abe?
ago, 10 years ago, I would agree with Shay, but not now.
About the
Oh, no.
dark?
No, yeah.
Why?
Because
Yeah, what happened?
hashtag 2022 and all that, it's like everybody, we're equal. So if she wants to go out in the dark, she can go out in the dark. I've got Kirkland's back.
But it's scary out there. There could be equal monsters.
It's pretty scary out there.
So
There could be a robot Taylor. out there.
Oh yeah.
It is Canada. There is plenty of Sasquatches walking about.
Oh,
There
yeah.
is.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, it's all right, Kirkland. You already lost that vote. We talked about that a couple months ago. You're a bad boyfriend. It's okay, you know. So like if you guys ever break up, everyone's gonna side with Shay. You know, we're gonna like that was the point. That was I'm gonna be Shake and be like that was the point. Kirkland really screwed up. You know.
I'll start a controversial podcast.
Yeah. April,
Sharing
what
my
about
bad
you?
advice on relationships.
Would you put yourself virtually in somewhere, or you're like, no, I'm dead. I'm good to go. I live my life.
No, I'd probably go virtual unless I had the option to be a ghost, and then I'd pick someplace to haunt.
Go, but I like that. Yeah, the virtual thing could have all these great benefits, but like if I could be a ghost, man, a ghost
Or
would
find
be
a creepy house and scare the crap out of children. It'd be great.
yeah, children specifically. A ghost would be tons of fun. I would love if I couldn't do the virtual thing. Or I could be a ghost. Absolutely, I'd be prank pulling all the time. Like, oh, I have Taylor. You look offended that I'm saying that right now.
No,
that
it
we would be
depends. It
ghosts.
depends. Like being a ghost would be super cool, but I'm wondering about the limitations of being stuck in that form, like forced to repeat certain like
Just in limbo.
scenarios in limbo. Yeah,
Can't touch anything.
Attached
Can't
to
touch
literally
yourself.
only a specific area, kind of like Beetlejuice, where you're attached to the spot, like this
Mm.
location, and you can't branch out just for all eternity.
But you could also be a good ghost, and you could change the ghost narrative. Like
Yeah, but nobody likes
you would
Casper.
have
Like
power.
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick
Kirkland
Swayze,
just
yeah.
wants
Patrick
to,
Swayze.
Kirkland just wants to get it on with people.
Just,
That's
just,
what he
just
wants
make
to do.
clay with everyone.
Yeah. That's his business. You have Taylor the robot running in, and then
Yeah.
like you have your clay ghost. Yeah, I see. I'm a ghost that's roaming. I go wherever I want. Taylor, you're probably right that you usually just get one. You're stuck in one place like that. Like we have no idea, but I guess that would be the scenario because I don't know why I could still travel.
I think it
but man,
depends how clean your soul is. Like if you're a pretty good person in life, then I think you can transcend and go up and about. But if you're like fuck
Uh-oh.
everyone, you know, and just hating on things and killing, you know, if you get 19
Well-
years in jail, you're gonna be stuck on that wall, you know, for the rest of your life as a ghost. So
Become the killer robot.
yeah. See, like if,
Transcend.
same thing. If I'm a ghost, I'm be sitting in movie theaters watching all the movies. I'm gonna be going to Disney World. I'm gonna be doing all these things. Like, unfortunately, I don't have like, if I'm not allowed to
Like-
touch thing, I couldn't change stuff. But
I was gonna say, yeah, what's the point of going to Disneyland? You can't even do anything.
you could you? I don't know if
See
you could sit on
everyone's
the ride.
enjoyment.
Yeah. Or you could be the ghost in Haunted Mansion, but like a real one, you know. And they're like,
just
look at
walk
those
through
effects.
all the tunnels underneath that the staff take to get from point A to point B in the park.
No one will work at Disney World. There's this ghost that haunts the lunchroom. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would scare the shit out of when the guys are in the Mickey Minnie costumes, like when they're like, "Oh, hey, kids," and then in the distance they just see this thing float by and like getting closer. 100%. So, yeah, I think ghosts would be fun. Lots of opportunities, lots of things to do, you know. So, but yeah, I might check out Upload at some point. I'll put it on the list, Carl. I'll get back to you. I'll watch it after I watch Cobra Kai. All right.
Well, Cobra Kai's longer.
Oh, well, then I guess
So,
Cobra Kai's
yeah.
gonna have to wait again, you know.
You know,
Unfortunately.
you have to be a certain level of cool to watch Cobra Kai, and I don't think you're there yet.
Yeah, no, I'm just not there. I'm still waiting. I had to do that museum thing. I can't be cool after that. So, Carl, I feel like you're a fan of the boys, right?
I love the boys. Yes.
Mhm. Did you see the newest trailer for the boys?
No, I have been so bad at the moment. I literally watched Obi-Wan earlier on because I seen you put up the link that we were going to be talking about it.
Mm.
Hadn't even seen Obi-Wan trailer until today.
I didn't.
I'm
Even
just
think
been,
you
I've been doing a muss. Just been doing a muss.
would. Oh, dude, like
Doing a muss,
avoiding
just not
things.
watching everything. Yeah.
I didn't
I
figure
didn't
out
know
what that meant.
was the term.
We're doing the muss.
You usually call them dill dogs, so I thought that's why.
No, don't bring that
I know
up.
it offends him. It offends him, so I'm not going to keep
Some
at
of
it. Dylan's a cool guy. We're not going to annoy him.
Mhm.
Thank you.
April, are you a fan of the boys?
I watched the trailer.
Mhm. What do you think about that?
It looks good.
Mhm.
It's more craziness, I'm sure.
Taylor. I'm sure
I
it's good.
loved it. There was just so much happening. There's so many more soups that are making an appearance here, and it looks like okay, we're gonna be continuing on with a couple narratives that started in season 2, and yeah, it's just cool to see these characters come back into cringy situations and just more blood, guts, and everything like that, and obnoxious moments. I'm just beyond stoked for this show.
Kirkland will watch it. He says it's too mature.
I have to watch Euphoria, and then he'll watch it. That was
Ooh.
the deal.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm watching it.
that's a
now.
good
It's a
trade.
good trade.
Yeah, I don't know how Taylor's gonna take Euphoria. That's something.
Well,
I don't know.
Kirkland, you have to hold your end of the bargain. We'll sign him blood,
I'll
Kirkland.
do it. I'll
Okay.
totally do it.
Sign with Blood. Why are you
It's
signing with
on.
blood?
It's on Prime.
Yes.
Yeah,
There you
Amazon.
go. I got that. I can watch it.
What's Euphoria about? I've seen you like mention it a few times, but I haven't checked it out.
It's like a teen drama, but it's, I don't know. There's crime in it. There's drugs in it. It's, I don't know. I'd say it's like a rated R Gossip Girl or something like that. Like
Yeah, okay, no,
the
that's it.
the drug aspect is probably the best part of the show, but you'd be surprised. I don't know. I actually don't know, Carl, if you would be into it, but you'd probably watch 1 or 2 episodes. Most people, and go, oh, let's see what the show's about, and then you get hooked right away. Zendaya's in it. She's like the lead one in it, and yeah, there's some really good characters in there. But yeah, if you don't want any high school drama or stuff, then it's you can pass
Just
it
because I
on.
know I do, like as you said, I'll get sucked in. I'll just end up watching it when I'm like, "Ah, I don't need to be watching this. But
Well,
I'm a completist.
Oh yeah, the good thing is you could watch season 2, and then season 2 is not gonna, or season 3 is not gonna come up for another 3 years, just like the first season. So there wouldn't be much time. So you're perfect. So, Dylan, you watch any TV shows nowadays? Other than, I haven't watched the new Survivor, so don't spoil me on that. I gotta watch that. But is there any shows, or you just nothing?
Yeah, I've been watching the show that I'd be surprised if any of you have heard of it. It's called How To with John Wilson. Anyone watch
I'm
this
gonna
show?
look it up.
It's really funny, and also kind of poignant and also kind of emotional at times. But it's very silly concept where essentially just this guy, the solo documentarian, and he just walks around New York and just films just the people of New York just doing weird stuff on a day-to-day basis. But then he narrates over top and somehow weaves it into this narrative. But yeah, I don't know how to really describe the show. Like you really just have to watch an episode and then you'll get a vibe for it. But it's really funny, and I'd highly recommend it. I'm watching it on Crave, so I don't know where that translates to for other countries and stuff. But yeah, it's like 25-minute episodes or something like that. But if you just want something nice and lighthearted, I think it's a good go-to. So I've
Yeah,
been watching that.
it should be HBO Max. It looks like, because the HBO produced thing, so people.
Right, yeah, it is HBO. I don't know, or Crave and HBO, what's going on there, but
Is this how you found it? Because the guy that produces it is a producer for Nathan For You. Is that how? Is that where it
absolutely,
tracks
yeah.
there? Yeah.
It was like some random YouTube video where also this YouTube video is hilarious because it's just like Nathan, I guess pitching the show or why he decided to, be a producer on it. But then that YouTube video is also just like a joke and not really about the show at all. And it's like a 10-minute long video that's just also hilarious. It's like a bonus episode of Nathan For You. So yeah, I don't know. I just love that sense of humor that Nathan For You has, Nathan Fielder, and then kind of translates. Similar, him and John Wilson have the same vibe. So
Okay.
definitely recommend.
Did any of you watch Dave by any chance?
Dave.
No, Little Dicky. No,
No.
it's an American show. Honestly, just because what you're talking about, Dylan, reminds me a lot of it. I think you might like it.
Okay.
He's a piss take rapper, so he makes up all these like generic rap songs. But apparently he's a real rapper. I didn't know this before I started watching it. There's 2 seasons out, and it's real. Honestly, it's some of the episodes. It reminds me of Atlanta. If anybody's watched that, only like a really more comedy version of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. No, I gotta catch up on Atlanta because it's coming back, and
It's coming back. Yeah.
I've told Kyle and Emily for years. Oh yeah, I'll be catching up on it, and I thought I had a lot more time, but they're like, yeah, it's coming end of March, so I don't think I'll catch up to it.
But it's only been 3 years, is it not?
There's a lot of stuff. There's too much content to watch. There's so much good stuff to get out there. But back to the Nathan For You. That was like the 2 things I remember learning early about Dylan was that show, and then also David Attenborough, his appreciation for David Attenborough.
Oh, he's great. Yeah.
Because I think I knew who he was, but I didn't know him by name. And now I feel like it's become a meme, and now I know David Attenborough. But I remember I had to look it up. Like, what is this? And like, okay, nature doc guy and all these things, but he's always busy and stuff like that. But yeah, one day we'll get him on GeekVerse. He'll have to narrate something for us. I don't know what it would be. I feel like it'd have to be. I feel like the charity stream. We could use him there. That'd be the time, because everything else is not important enough for him. I feel.
Everyone should watch Nathan For You too, though, if you haven't seen that yet. That's very good.
Dylan
I
always
just added it to my list.
Do it. It has the great. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but it has the greatest series finale of any show I've ever seen. And when you're watching it, you'll be like, "How does this show have a serious finale?" Because it's just these silly one-off, like weird little quirky moments. But no, it's great, really fun.
You still need that though, because I hate shows that just end. That literally just there's not, and honestly, they're like obviously there's TV shows that sucks when the show ends. But even just like if they were not reality shows, but kind of like I remember I was a massive Kenny versus Spenny fan, and I still
Mm.
appreciated that they did a finale. You know, there was a Christmas episode. Same thing like if GeekVerse ever ended, we'd do like a finale. It wouldn't just be like that's when they always there. Probably this is a good example where podcasts I listen to where they'll put out an episode and there's not many episodes, and then you go, and it might be life stuff, but then you look at a Twitter feed or something like, yeah, that was our last episode, we're done. I feel like people always owe it to themselves to do a grand finale. Because I have a friend right now, he's talking about ending one of his shows just because of time and whatnot. And I'm like, well, okay, well, if you end it, you got to have this. My idea I was telling, because it was like his first guest who inspired this. I'm like, oh, you should have this person on because, like, they, like you got to do something, Like I remember that last episode of Rant Rave Repeat, me and Kyle did that. We canceled the own show because like, we just don't have time for this. And you got to do something. You got to have same thing. If Gauntlet ever goes out, you got to have like a grand finale. That you need that. You need closure for people, for those people watching. So
I agree.
yeah.
Yep.
Taylor, what you watching nowadays, other than like stuff for podcasts? I know you watched. I guess we're not talking about this on the podcast, but you watched Adam Project, right?
I watched Adam Project. Really like that. I gotta watch.
Yeah.
Probably Turning Red this weekend. I just finished not too long ago. What was it called? Like We All Are Dead. It's another one of those like Korean zombie shows. I love when Netflix puts these projects out. They're so good.
How many of those have you watched? I feel like you've watched almost every single Korean zombie show or
Kingdom.
movie.
Kingdom was like peak for me. That was just one of the best zombie things that I indulged in. And then this one was recent. And there's another one. I can't remember the name of it, but these people are trapped in an apartment building and people outside start turning into monsters and stuff. I think that's another Korean show.
Hashtag alive.
No, that was the zombie one. That was with the one guy and the girl. There's another one that dropped where they don't turn to necessarily zombies, but actually like weird monster things outside of this complex. I gotta find the name for it now because I really want to watch it.
But that one show is called Hashtag Alive.
Yeah,
movie.
That was like when COVID broke out, and the guy was just he had like his phone, and he was just surviving in this apartment, and just him facing his tribulations of zombies everywhere outside, and it was pretty good actually.
So now, is it the hashtag like supposed to be like the pound number sign, or does it actually say the word? Okay. Because so we have a restaurant here now that's called Hashtag Pizza, but it's the word hashtag.
I saw that yesterday when I was driving around. I was like, wow, I've never heard of this place before. Interesting. And it's also like a grocery store or something at the same time. Well, because on the other side, on the one side of the building was the Hashtag Pizza, and then on the other side was hashtag grocery store or something, or like convenience store or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel that's such a weird combo.
Yeah, that's a bold. Like I feel like Twitter and that hashtag term will be around still for a long time, but it's still such a bold play. Like, and even then, that's a weird name, like Hashtag Pizza. That's what I'm gonna call my restaurant, my life's work, is Hashtag Pizza. Because. But I also feel like if you do like the whole Twitter thing, if you hashtag pizza, it's like your restaurant's not gonna be thought of. It's just gonna be the generic term of pizza.
I don't know if you can see this very well, but it's called Sweet Home. So basically, they're just kind of like surviving all these things. Have you seen it, April, or heard of it?
Watched that one yet, but I know it's on my list.
Okay, yeah, I gotta get into that one.
Jeez Louise, yeah. And you liked Adam Project, eh? I liked it too. It was pretty good.
I had many tears. Madison felt bad because she passed out, and I was just in tears watching like certain moments.
And then when she woke up, you're like, I'm crying.
She
fell asleep.
She missed a significant part of the story when she passed out.
And you're like, we can't rewind.
No,
you missed
no,
it.
we're not rewinding.
One time event.
Yeah. No, that's that one on Netflix. If anyone doesn't know, that's that Ryan Reynolds, Mark Ruffalo, Jennifer Garner, Zoe Saldana. It's the time traveling one where Ryan Reynolds travels back in time to his kid self to help him with like some sort of space sci-fi mission. It was actually pretty good. I won't spoil like a major
Netflix?
thing.
This is a Netflix thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah, it just dropped this week. It's the director Sean Levy. He did Dylan. He did Free Guy, but he's the Stranger Things guy. And now it's clearly, I imagine Disney liked the movie enough too. Sean Levy's the one doing Deadpool 3, which I'm really, really excited for because I actually did really like Free Guy. So I just feel like that's a good combo. Plus, I feel like they just did Free Guy. They did Adam Project. So clearly Ryan likes working with them. So to make the third one, Deadpool 3, that's really exciting. So I'm just happy we got like an actual director because that movie's been like dead silent for a little bit. And just always Ryan being like, yeah, we'll have updates. We'll have something. But until we're on set, I'm not going to believe fully that it's happening because I don't know if Disney's gonna really go through the radarness and everything. But
Do we think that's going to be weaved into the MCU? Like they're going to make jokes about it and stuff, or do you think it's going to be a standalone thing?
that's what they said. The report, well, the Feige, I don't know why I call him the Feige, but he said
Call him the
it's
Feige. He deserves it. He is the Feige.
well, the Feige did. He said it's gonna be radar and in the MCU. Now I don't know how much. I feel like it could be one of those MCU movies that you could watch that doesn't have much bearing to it.
Yeah.
Like, you look at the first Black Panther, it's in the MCU, of course, but it's its own really by itself. Like, this is a story about Wakanda. I feel like it's gonna be like that, but I feel like you're gonna get tons. Like, the MCU jokes alone are gonna be, I think, through the roof. Like, they're gonna do those a mile, man. You have to, So,
Yeah.
and I
cool.
feel like you got to have the Feige in it as well.
That'd be fun. Yep.
Yeah. And they're already doing that because apparently I know somebody that has seen the first 3 episodes. She-Hulk apparently has a lot of, and they had said this before, but apparently there's a lot of fourth wall breaking in that show too. So, so yeah, I guess they're doing that. And my problem's with the fourth wall, I just don't know how hard they're going to let them go on the, like, I don't know if you get an International Women's Day scene in a Disney produced Deadpool. Like, I feel like that's going to be, but they are, what is it? This Wednesday, all the Netflix shows go to Disney Plus now, and they have, it was different here in Canada. We've had the Star for a while, so you've always had the parental agreements, but in the States they didn't have that. They didn't have the, oh, you got to put in a code to watch this. With the Daredevil, Luke Cage, everything, they have that coming this Wednesday. So it's going to be interesting to see, because if people don't know, on the Marvel tabs they have like Marvel Legacy, MCU, stuff like that. So people are waiting to see what they're going to be put in, if they're MCU or if they're Legacy or whatnot. So
Ooh.
yeah. It's a big thing. We're all anxiously waiting, but no, I liked Adam Project a lot. It was really good. I really liked Turning Red as well. It was the first 5 minutes. It was a lot. It was very, I won't say loud, but it is like hyper. It did not feel like a Pixar movie, and it was like go go go. There's so much stuff. People are yelling, but no, I absolutely loved it near the end of it. So April, did you see Turning Red?
You did, yeah.
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I really loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I did. For me, I did not feel like it was a Pixar movie in the best way, but there's just so much. And some of the humor, there's a couple jokes though that are some of like Pixar top tier moments for me. And I don't want to say them because people see them, but I laughed a lot more than I thought I was going to. And I have in Pixar before, but there's just some humor that was more. I won't say racy, but more just it's a more mature Pixar movie for sure. I was not expecting that. I guess I was just expecting this girl that turns into a panda, and that was about it.
Excited to see it.
Yeah, you'll like it. There's tons of like anime references too, and anime like it feels like a spiritual successor and everything like that. So
last night we started The King. It's like a 2019 movie. Shay really wanted to watch it with Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, with Pattinson. Yeah, that King. Yeah. How's that going? You started it.
Yeah, we got about halfway through and Shay was crashing, so we turned it off. But yeah.
But then you stayed up for several hours.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's pretty good though. Good performances.
He still never revealed what you were doing at 3 a.m.
I thought
he did. He said he's playing Deathloop.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's a lie.
Travis thinks it's code for something else.
Yeah. Yeah, you and Taylor should have watched the movie together, but if you just never get others falling asleep.
I'm down. Sign that contract.
Just remotely? Like Zoom call?
Sure.
Right now, do it.
Okay.
Get it going.
Boot it up. Boot up
What
the
do you
King.
wanna watch?
We'll all watch it. We'll all finish the King.
I want to watch it on your TV though, so hold the camera
come over.
facing your TV. Oh, I'll come over. Okay. That works.
You're not allowed in though. You can just watch through the window.
It's a little nippy out there still, so I hope
It
not.
is.
Yeah, it took a turn last week. It was warm last weekend, 2 weeks ago, and now
It was nice during the week when the sun was out.
It did snow
Yeah,
though.
when the sun was out, it wasn't out that much.
It was out majority of the week.
It's supposed to thunderstorm this week and snow
I love
and rain.
thunderstorms. Oh,
I do too, but like not as a biker. That I like it when I'm at home on a random Tuesday.
do you have a poncho you put on?
No, I don't put on a poncho.
What kind of motorbike do you have?
It's a bicycle.
Oh, you're a cyclist then. You're a cyclist.
Yeah. I think I guess they're both bikes, but yeah, no, I don't drive, Carl. I don't have my license. I've driven a total of 3 to 4 times in my life. So
Don't you still have your L, or did that expire?
No, why would I keep renewing my L?
I thought you do just for the one time you drive per year when you have a kid.
No. First of all, I'm not having a kid
Shoots out
per
a kid a
year.
year.
Yeah, they're spread out. I think 4 years apart or something like that. But what was I gonna say?
Driving 3.
No, I was trying to
times.
think about how many times the kids had come because now Taylor made me do math. But no, I don't think anyone, if I'm driving Emily to the hospital, they're not going to pull me over if she's in labor and be like, you don't have your L. They might say,
They'll
like,
arrest you.
on the spot. They don't
Leave Emily there.
Yeah. You're fine, ma'am. You'll get there. But no.
Yeah, the cop will be like, actually, I'm also a midwife on the side, so let's do this right now.
Travis in the back of the cop car.
Missing the birth of my child. No, I don't feel, because I was and maybe one day I will, but like Emily doesn't like the way I drive. She just feels I'm very slow. She just wants to do it. She wanted to do it all the time anyways.
Is this in real life or Call of Duty?
But why would it be Call of Duty? Well, yeah, no, in real life. So I just feel that, we just don't need right now. We only have the one vehicle. I don't think we'd ever get two. We just keep getting bigger vehicles. So that's why I'm kind of scared of driving car. I'm not a fan of it. It's something, I don't know, an anxiety thing. I don't have no problem being in the car, but I think it's just because like I'm in a huge piece of metal. And if I make a mistake, I get injure myself or many other people, and I don't want to do that. Now, I do think I would not feel that way for some reason on a motorcycle. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's just me.
That's what I was gonna say. I've been on a motorbike for most of my life, and then when I had kids, I had to get a car and become a real adult.
Yeah.
But when I got a car for the first time, that's what I was scared of. There was this whole other side of a vehicle. I can possibly wipe someone else out, and there's less control. At least if somebody does something stupid on the road, when you're on a bike, sometimes it's easier to maneuver around.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, but I would have to get my license to also get a bike, so that's not going to happen.
Did you never have like when you were young, like even if you don't remember it, like a car accident that kind of resulted in this anxiety?
Someone was driving. There's just this little robot on the road. And
Oh yeah, that's how it happens.
No, I don't think so. I don't know why.
His whole life's just been a car crash, Taylor.
Yeah. No, I can't. I've tried to pinpoint. Maybe in 2 years, or maybe I'll go to therapy and then I'll talk about like a movie where I get the flashes of what happened.
I can hypnotize you.
Yeah.
I don't think I would want Taylor to hypnotize. Can you actually hypnotise people, Taylor?
I've watched a few videos. I could probably pull it off.
Oh God.
You might wake up very differently, but
Some YouTube tutorials.
Because I don't want to be a part of it. Could we convince like Ruben on the 24-hour stream for you to hypnotize them?
It's
Kirklin
possible.
will say no,
It depends.
so.
It depends. Like Ruben, he's very much like me, where our conspiracy minds. I feel like it would be harder for me to break him because he's so potent on the way he stands with things.
Oh, so you can't convince a non-conspiracist?
No, I doubt I could probably convince you or anyone here.
It sounds like he would be more open to getting hypnotized.
I mean, maybe. I need to find. If you know anyone with like a weak mind, let me at them. So.
Oh God, I can't suggest anyone on air.
I got a few for it.
Hey, Kyle, I need you to come back to Kelowna. But no, it's funny. Before I go, why did you start searching up those videos, Taylor? Like, what inspired you to look up like?
It's one of the many things that comes when you're like looking into what
Jedi powers.
Not too long ago, I looked up into like airline crashes and stuff like that, and planes that were going missing. Right, just to see a little bit more backstory on that. So I was looking into.
If you ever get arrested for anything, your browser history is
history,
to destroy you. You will be. You're not getting the 19 years.
A killer robot.
Well, I was just,
Please delete my details of your computer, Taylor. I don't want to be like.
Can oil replace blood?
I'll give you a little cryptic clues inside here. So the next episode is based on like missing flights. I was looking into Amelia Earhart because again, her flight went missing, and I was looking into Flight 19 and even one of those Malaysian airline flights that went missing. Just looking into like what the possibilities are, and I was looking into like if there's depressurization happening in like in a plane, like what are some of the things that might happen, everything. And I was just then it segues into like illusions and things you might see in certain instances, and even illusions in general. When you're out and you're walking in the dark, your mind's gonna think that there's something there. It's literally like cross over into the Batman Travis, when there's the signal up and the guy's looking into the spoilers, the corner, thinking there's something there when there isn't. That's the kind of like your mind plays tricks things. So then it kind of goes into like hypnosis and stuff like that. It's just all just fascinating.
100%. So I had to ask this, maybe it's a fourth wall breaking question, but whatever. With clues, I did not suspect you're going to be tackling missing planes. So is that just because you're genuinely curious, or you're running out of cryptid clues to talk
There's
about?
lots of cryptids out there I could discuss, but it's not solely like based on cryptids. Like the clues part is just inexplainable things all around, really.
It could be anything.
And when Ruben doesn't book in for an episode because he's doing Fortnite, I have to pull a side like tour into like what I want to look into. Whereas I'll save usually the bigger topics for me and Ruben, like the Bigfoot and stuff like that. So
I feel like you have to confront Ruben about this because you keep bringing this up that you feel like he's playing too much Fortnite while you're looking at the clues thing, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I've talked Gary into going for a ghost hunting session, Taylor.
A goose or a ghost?
A ghost. Oh. A ghost. A ghost.
A goose.
A ghost.
Where are you guys gonna go?
We can well, there's a couple of places we went
Come
to
to Canada.
before.
We got a lot of geese here. They're everywhere.
Yeah, you'll love it.
What size do you want?
Biggest you can find. Anyway, so where are you going ghost hunting? Ghost
Oh
hunting?
yeah, no, I said the guy because we done it a couple of years ago and we spoke about it in the last time I was on with you. So I said we'd be up for doing it again, and he would come with me, and we could do some video segments for your show.
Oh yeah.
So here's the thing though, like, because I've always thought about this, and because I have that side that I do want to go do that stuff. At one point we pitched, we never did it. We wanted to do a podcast from that. Remember that haunted insane asylum supposedly? And it's like, is it in past Vernon or Penticton? Do you guys remember this or no?
Like that.
Yeah. We were gonna try to do that, but it was always Here's my thing though, like they sound like great ideas, but what if, Carl, it is the time where this is real? And you die though. Wouldn't you feel in that moment like, man, I could have just stayed
Is
at
it
home?
worth it? Yeah.
Yeah,
of course it's worth it.
Is
You know,
it
you
though?
have to-
Because your kids grow up without a father because you want to go goose hunting.
But it was
And,
worth
like-
it for the pod, Travis. It's all for the
The
pod.
clues
Content.
It's content.
But if you die and that doesn't get back to Taylor, even though that would be Taylor's biggest episode,
Because
GeekVerse Dan dies
Fuck.
and the video
Because
footage is him
it
talking.
What if
then
it
it becomes found footage,
Yeah.
and it's linked to cryptic clues. So
People
that,
are like,
that just
this is fake.
that sends the
This is
podcast off
bad.
into
Yeah, that's what gets us into. That's what gets Taylor into stardom.
Yeah.
Is Carl
Yes.
dies, and then it's revealed 10 years later that Taylor just actually went to his home and killed Carl to help with this episode.
I was
But,
paid to do it.
Yeah,
Try
yeah,
to
yeah.
transcend.
Yeah, who paid
I
you to
geek
do
first.
it? Who paid you to do it, Taylor?
Oh, someone on GeekVerse.
So, oh wow, not me.
It's
But
a small list.
Yeah, but it is. But yeah, I'm with Kirklin where like I want to do those things, but it's like in that moment as like a huge ghost is like ripping my body apart and I'm dying. It's like, man, was this worth it? I'm gonna miss all the things I could have been in life just because I wanted to see if the ghost was real.
It wouldn't be like if we go out to do one session there, it's not going to be right then and there. If we all stick together,
But what if it was? That's what I'm saying.
it wouldn't be. If
In
something's
that moment,
to
you're getting
happen, it's
destroyed,
gonna.
and you're thinking about you've left Madison a
No,
will,
because these
or
things aren't
year two into
they aren't
marriage.
right away unless you go into like some hellish camp or something like that. But other than that, like these things build up over time. They have to take a toll on your mental condition and your mental state to really get a shot at you, right?
Okay, but what if it's like your clues where we're going somewhere hunting and we just find the skunk ape and it tears me to shreds?
I mean, it depends on
It's not
obviously
worth it.
the terrain or wherever you're going. But if we were to go out like to find something like that, you got to go. It's not that you have to worry about. You have to worry about like the grizzlies out there. Like if you go into the deep country,
the
I mean,
bears.
if you go into the deep country, and I've listened to so many people saying, yeah, they fly out there in a helicopter, and there are these grizzlies circling their copters that just want to just rip them to shreds. Like these things out there they never come in contact with human beings or anything. Like they are out for blood and they just want to eat their food and survive. So natural beings and landscapes are the things you have to worry about way before something like that, which is already trying to avoid you because they're aware of you. So it depends. Like a lot of these things you might experience in a haunted building or whatnot, they may want to latch onto you and come follow you wherever you're going. So that's what I would be more concerned about.
Well, the grizzlies, I'm fine. I got bear spray. I'll take them all down.
There you
know?
go.
Really easy. But the problem is I don't have skunk ape spray. Like what if that doesn't work on the skunk ape? Like
You do some.
You could do something, yeah. Could find a trick or something.
I hope one day we can get you like one of those like Discovery Channel like clue shows where you're going around looking. Because like I won't be a part of it, but I'd be happy to watch it. You can go to all these sites and stuff, and like Kirklin said, people say it's fake and everything like that. But yeah.
Hey, Taylor, have you seen 15 Things You Didn't Know About Bigfoot? Number 1 will blow your mind.
No, this sounds skeptical.
Movie came out in 2019. It's about a YouTube podcast show that goes out looking for Bigfoot. It's like a comedy horror movie. I think you'd like it.
A comedy? Oh, it's actually a movie? Let's see here.
It's got a ridiculous name.
that is a mouthful name. Yeah.
That is. I'm still typing.
2019. Is it just a bunch of random people in it? Like no names? So
I don't think I remember anybody specific being in it.
Is it clearly a movie, or is it one of these that they were trying to make it seem like it was like a real thing? Like
I'm gonna have to watch this. This looks so good.
It's pretty good.
Always stressed out. Wow. What was that? What was that movie back in the day with Steve Zahn, where they go look for Bigfoot and they find him? He like killed himself. Remember? Does anyone remember that movie? No. Oh, Taylor, you also love that one. It's like they got a camera crew, and there's no there's other problems that happen, and then at the end of the movie they actually find Bigfoot, but they all get scared and they like shoot him to death, and he gets like riddled with bullets. And then what happens is they on camera they like get a noose and they tie it around the tree, and they say they found Bigfoot, that he killed himself. He hung himself.
Jeez.
But the body's just riddled with bullets. It's really good. I'm surprised you didn't see that too. You gotta step up your Sasquatch
there's
movies.
some Sasquatch movies I've seen that are just absolutely atrocious. It just makes no sense.
No.
And I've given up on some. I would watch some with you guys, but there are two that really just, in one in particular, that just stands the test of time. And like, if you're looking for a good horror movie, watch Exists. It is so goddamn good.
Is Hereditary good?
Fantastic.
It's definitely up there for me. Like, Hereditary is a good movie, but I mean, Exists is just
really not.
I feel like you've softened on Hereditary, too, because I feel like when we first talked about it, you were not the biggest fan of it.
I wasn't, but a couple of rewatches and stuff, like when the shit hits the fan, it hits that fucking fan, and I love that. So,
what shit? God. What fan? Where was the shit? Where was the fan?
The first 50 minutes, a child loses their head, Carl. That is shit.
All right, okay, that was the only tiny bit of that. I was like, ooh. And the rest was just
and then the mom.
As my son would say, dog water.
Dog water. That's a good poster for Exists. Bigfoot, and then there's just a car in the road with a tree.
It's really good. It's just a terrifying film.
Yeah. Dylan, where are you on all like these like ghosts? Because I feel like I don't know, because you were around when he was starting Clues. Where are you on like ghosts and Sasquatches and stuff like what's your realm of what you believe, what you don't, etc.? You have any conspiracy theories and stuff like that?
I don't know if I have any conspiracy theories. I think I was really into that stuff in like maybe middle school or something, or maybe even high school. I don't know. There was a time where I was like really into that stuff, and I feel like as a kid I was pretty scared of ghosts and whatnot. Just had some weird experiences that are probably all very explainable, but at the time they felt very, creepy and whatnot. But yeah, I feel like now I don't know if I'm like cynical or something. That I don't really, maybe I just don't think about it that much, but I don't know. I think there could be some stuff out there, and I'm down. I don't know about the Bigfoot, like the Bigfoot stuff. I don't know. I mean, I feel like there would be. I guess
we
I
would
should
have found something.
Yeah, I don't know, and maybe they have, and maybe I need to listen to more cryptid clues and find out. But I don't know. I'm down for it. I guess I just don't think about it that much personally, and I haven't like seen a good horror movie that's really based in that stuff in a while either. So I feel like I just haven't really had the thoughts flowing on it personally.
Yeah.
What about Aliens? It's a good setting.
What about Aliens?
What do you mean? What's your
take on Aliens?
Like, do I think they exist? Is that what you're asking?
Are you an alien?
Yeah, we caught him. We
already know that Taylor's the alien. Yeah. We've decided.
There's two of them, two sleepers. We're gonna put them in podcasts.
I mean, they've got to be out there somewhere. Absolutely.
Ghosts.
That's a pretty lukewarm. Right. That's a pretty like boring take, though. Yeah. I feel like most people hold that, but.
Right, and you said ghost. Yeah. You had are you comfortable sharing what the experience was with the ghost?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think it's that exciting, but I just remember that specifically at my cousin's place, whenever I'd visit him, there was just the basement there is where we'd hang out. That's where like we had, the Xbox and we were just gaming
Oh.
and stuff. But I just remember often having like feelings there that there's like, someone behind you, or you just like
Mm.
hear something that's strange. Or I remember one time that the light just turned off, and it wasn't like the light burnt out, like it was multiple light, like the switch just turned off and there was no one around. And it's like down a set of stairs around, like there's no one that could have done
Mhm.
it, like to troll us and then left. And I remember that happened like I think it was the weekend or the week or something of my grandma's funeral or something like that too. And
Oh
then there was like more of this
no.
stuff happening. So I don't know if I was just like on edge thinking about death or something like that. But I remember, yeah, just weird little things that seem to happen at that house. And that house isn't around anymore. It's actually been demolished. But I just remember
Oh,
having that things. But once again, that was also at the age where I was, I feel like, more fearful of that kind of
Mhm.
stuff, where I was more on edge. So I mean, it very well could have just been everything in my head, but that light switch thing is still unexplained to this very day, and I still think about that from time to time.
This is the part in the movie where, like, a year from now, you got to go back. You got to go back there and see,
Yeah, I
some
mean, yeah, a new house has been built there, so I don't. Maybe there's something in that exact spot. I don't know, but
go into
uh,
the family. Just
yeah, I'll break into this house. Yeah,
yeah, I need to go in the basement. We don't have a basement
Yeah.
anymore.
I
That
won't.
same light switch is still there.
yeah,
Yeah, somehow,
Whole new
yeah.
house.
Everything changed with the light switch.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's great.
I won't go too in depth with this, but I mean, if you want the full thing, cheap plug for Cryptic Clues, go check it out. But my uncle, he had his family in this home, and he would go out of province, for work. And then my aunt was at home with the kids, and she woke up one time in the middle of the night around like 2 a.m. and this man was standing over her bed looking
my
at her,
God.
and she freaked
That
out.
was
and
Carl.
That was Carl.
It's like, you want to play against the wall?
Up against the wall. She threw the blanket, and the thing disappeared when she flicked the light on. It was gone. So she was
Oh.
awake for a few hours, called my uncle, husband, and just was freaking out. And finally, she calmed down, went back to bed. She woke up about an hour later, and this thing was standing at the end of the bed, staring at her, and the sheets were tucked on like against her, and she couldn't move, and she just
Whoa.
screamed and screamed, and finally, like it clicked, vanished, and she could move the blankets around and stuff. And little did she know, like months later, this woman shows up at the house saying like she was interested in buying the property because her father built this home and two other homes, and they were all one big property. And he
Ugh,
had
got
passed
goosebumps.
he had passed away in this specific home at some point. And she started telling her about the details of the home and stuff like that. And when they were renovating, the woman had said there was like same colored tiles on the kitchen, everything. They found the tiling was all the same and everything like that. They had family come over, and they were seeing things walk down the staircase and stuff like that. It's just a cool, crazy
Whoa.
dynamic. So homes, they attach to homes, so it's a good thing that one was demolished, Dylan.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that light switch is no more. Yeah, that's I've never had any. I've never, like, obviously with you guys talking about stuff, but I've never had someone in my family or me have any ghost like experience. I don't say that they're not true. I just haven't had one yet. I guess I'm waiting, but now I'm like I was
We
referring
got to go to
Kirkland,
the asylum.
I'm past the. No, I got 3 kids. I'm not going to asylum.
Bring them along.
I'm
You
not-
got a lot to lose. Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, you go, Taylor, and report back to me about what the light switches are like over there. I don't even want to guess and stuff. So I like that idea. I like the stories of it. Is there a clues topic that you haven't tackled yet, Taylor, that you're just waiting for? Like either that you're building up to, or you're just like, oh, I want to wait. Or
Yeah, is there a big one?
yeah.
We'll be. I mean, the big one would be like probably a little bit more in the Bigfoot side of things, but we're just kind of knocking all of, like the aces right now. We did Chupacabra. We did We're doing an introduction to Bigfoot. We did introduction to Dogman.
Is the Chupacabra thing live?
Yep.
Okay, I must have missed that. That was my biggest clues back in the day when I found out about a Chupacabra. I was looking all over the internet, things like that. It's a wild.
That one we look at more on like a maybe like a debunking kind of thing, because again,
Yeah.
when Chupacabra really took off, they were filming Species in that same general area, but then there also is a lot of government U.S. property that's fenced off from the public around that part of the world. And you have to know, Chupacabra, there's a confusion between these two. There's like the dog version that happens
Yes.
in America, and that's more prone to being just like a coyote or something, or like
Yeah,
an
I'm
offshoot of
excited.
like a wolf and a coyote, something like that. And then there is the lizard-looking green-eyed thing that is spotted more down south, and that's the kind of where it started. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you've still got fairies and leprechauns to do.
I know, and you will be coming
Wait.
back for the fairies episode.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, fairies, but how are you gonna do leprechauns? Are you actually doing leprechauns? in the
I did
episode?
an episode earlier about like leprechauns, just not a main episode, but a small one, just looking into people's sightings and just talking about what people, people kind
What
of
do
like
they
associating
see? A
with.
little man in a green suit?
Well,
Movie,
there's
different.
there's
Yeah, you-
lore to it. There's backstory to it. And when I do
Yes.
the fairy episode, Carl, you'll be on that. You can
Yeah.
give me all the insights.
The Celtic history to the fairies and the leprechauns is huge.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just some wee dude in a green suit, Travis. It's a stereotype. It's wrong.
Yeah, I'm offending our leprechaun.
It's actually a
community.
blue suit the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's-
no, I'll have to catch up because I can't listen to many podcasts at work. So I had knocked a bunch of the clues down, but that's good. Chupacabras, fairies come up, leprechauns. You know. But I didn't know the guy on the. Do you guys know the Lucky Charms mascot's name? Like the leprechaun on that? Do you know his
The
actual
Lucky?
name? That's what Emily thought, and I think it's been back and forth on that, but it's not. It's Sir Charms.
Sir Charms.
Whoa.
How many other cereal box mascots can you name, Travis?
Ooh, Tony Tiger, Count Chocula,
Mm-hmm.
the Honeybee. Is his name Honeybee?
Which cereal brand is that?
Would that be
Cheerios.
Cheerio. The most iconic.
Is that his name though, Honeybee?
I don't know what his name
I feel like it is. I feel like
It's a pretty bad name if it is.
Yeah.
Someone look
He
it up.
looks like a Gary.
Gary.
And I know
Busby.
that it's Busby. Okay, so I'm down to 4. There's that back in the 90s. There's like that white tiger looking guy or white panther looking guy. I can't remember. No, so they only get 4. I'm sorry.
No,
that's
don't
about
apologize.
it.
That was good. Do you know the Rice
It's pretty good.
Krispies names?
there's
Those
3
guys?
right there.
Oh, it's like cockles and chuckles. And
Cockles?
Did you
Cockles.
say?
What the fuck?
Snap, crackle, and
I
lazy.
love
There you
cockles.
go.
That was someone at Carl's high school.
Yeah. Okay,
Jeez,
guys,
guys.
let's play the next game. Cockles.
Do you never have cockles? No. Like no. Do you not know what cockles are? They're like
I know.
seafood.
Well, yes, but
Yeah.
like, what are you?
Okay.
They might mean something there different.
No, it's
Because a
just
cuckold
seafood.
here is I have somebody sleep with my wife and they and I watch them.
Yeah.
I just thought that was a relationship.
Oh. So I guess there is cuckolds, but no, there's not cuckolds in my household, and it's not a common thing here in Canada, Carl.
Okay.
There you go. There's a backstory in Carl's failed marriage there. So
There
then
you
what? So it's Snap Crackle Pop. Is that it?
Mhm.
There you go. I
There's
thought it was
3
something.
right there. There you go.
Yeah, I
What
think
about
that's it.
Frosted Flakes? You know that guy, right?
You said that.
He said Tony.
Oh, did he?
Tony.
Tony.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Missed it.
Anthony Tiger. Call me Anthony Tiger.
Anthony.
What do you call the Cocoa Pops guy? Is he just Cocoa?
Oh, is he the bunny?
There was like a bear, wasn't it?
He's the
Monkey. He was a
bear.
monkey. He was a monkey.
He's a monkey.
He's
Yeah, the Cocoa Pops.
Oh,
He's a
I know
bear
what you're
here in
talking
Canada.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Each country has an exclusive animal that the Cocoa Puffs.
Mhm. The bunny is Trix, isn't it, Travis?
That's what I was referring to. That was the white tiger.
Oh, the white tiger.
I forgot he
Yeah.
was a bunny. I
We
just
don't
knew-
want to know what group you're part of.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I don't know what. Thanks for the question, too. I don't know where that came from. The whole mascot
Just came out of
thing.
nowhere. You did good. You did good.
Oh, but that bugged me because I had a different transition point for a conversation. Now I can't because I use all my brain power here at 10 in the morning to think about
The white
mascots.
tiger.
Yeah. White tiger. Oh man, I can't think now.
Well, we were talking
Crap.
about like ghosts and shit. Is it related to that?
It was, and I can't remember if it was a show.
Chupacabra.
transition. Chupacabra.
Was that what Robert Patrick was? And
The Batman.
no, Robert Patrick and
Maker.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, no, he was the
White dragon.
The white
White
dragon.
Dragon. White Dragon.
No, I know Robert Patrick. I just thought you were mistaking Robert Pattinson's name as Robert Patrick. I think that's a big stumble. Oh, I can't.
Ghosts hiding out, protecting the kids. Possession.
Such just a random things list off.
Demons.
Possession. Go. Fakes.
Did you say deep fakes?
I thought that's what you said.
I said
Oh,
demons.
I at least remember how we got to cereal because we were talking about Sir Charms and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't remember the rest of it. So maybe it'll pop up or something like that. Carl, you were talking about. I want to know what do you think about the Batman? Because you saw a couple days later. You know? So were you mad? Because all the time you're always bragging about you're going to see movies earlier. So I didn't feel bad for you at all. You're always sending us screenshots. Look, No Way Home 3 days early.
It was on purpose because Gary was off work and it suited me doing it on a Saturday morning. Could have went in the Thursday evening. I was hungover. I ended up going out on a Friday night. It wasn't good. So I was hungover and went at 10:30 in the morning to watch it. Didn't realize it was so long. But even in my drunken hungover state, it was still a great film. I'm still undecided if it's the best one yet.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah,
parts of me is like parts of it I really enjoyed. I don't know if we're doing spoilers. I suppose you've already done spoilers.
You can say a spoiler. If people haven't seen it, check out for like 10 minutes.
There were certain parts I didn't like with him, but then there was other parts I just really loved. You know, I love all the supporting characters. I thought everybody was perfect. You know, I love what they did with all the other characters. Him at times, parts of me doesn't like it, but then when I put it in context, it's like, this is year 2 Batman. Then I'm like, no, actually, I really do like it. I love the fact that he's awkward and he's clumsy and he's not that good and he's stupid. You know, Alfred's smarter than what he is.
Don't go that far. Calm down.
Yeah, well, Alfred solved the
opened
riddle.
that fucking envelope.
Yeah, well,
what is this?
Didn't have his name on it.
yeah, but in fairness, the Batman just pulled down a random envelope from underneath a cage. Anything could have been in that. He's just like, oh, what's this?
There's
I'm
something you don't like. Yeah, and you don't want to say it.
Well, no, I need to watch it again. I was slightly distracted during the film, so it wasn't really fair. But I'm still unsure if I like it better than the Bale ones. So that's the only thing. It's still a great film. It's right up there for me. I think it's been brilliant. So I don't know.
Do you like all the Bale ones better, even Rises?
It was all good. They're all good.
You Dylan? Rises. It was all good.
Wrong.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna say it's the best Batman movie.
Wow, he went from I don't know if it's better than the Bale ones. So I think it's the best Batman. You sound very torn over there.
I was unsure, but I think I'll go that far. I think the acting and what they did with more of the real world stuff, I liked it better.
Yeah,
I loved the fact that I was watching the movie and I was like, is that the wee kid from the Titans that plays?
It is, yeah, Tim Drake.
Yeah, and I seen afterwards, I'm like, oh, I'd be killed to write him in, but I don't think they will.
No.
Because it is a similar story to what Tim Drake is. You know, he follows Batman. Yeah, so you could see how you could do that later on down the line, but
yeah,
it'd be cool.
We'll see it again, you know, see it when you're not super hungover and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
I plan to watch it again. I can't wait, but I still I think a lot of people complained about the last 30 minutes of the movie where he's on the same camp. I haven't listened to the review yet.
No, I don't think any of us were. I know tons of people have problems with the third act because they feel like, oh, the first 2 acts are the quiet detective tale and the third act is like boom action. But I feel like that happens in the comic movies, but I feel like it's warranted. Like to me, it's not even like he fights some people, but it's more just him saving people. But I get why people have problems.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with
I loved it. I thought it was brilliant because it's scene where he needed to change and he had to change his approach and what he was doing. And I thought it was perfect. I thought it was a great film. 9 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10 if I have to go the whole way.
Yeah, well, don't do 9 out of 10. Kirklin did that with Dune, and then he regretted it. You know. But,
but Dune wasn't 9 out of 10.
You'll be hearing that for the rest of your life.
Dune wasn't. You didn't like Dune, Carl.
It's all right.
I don't think I remember you saying that. That's a pretty,
right.
you know.
It's about a 7 for me. Personal choice. Again,
no,
it's
no
hard when you
personal
do
choice
these scores.
here.
It's hard when you do these scores because are you talking about how the film's made and the acting?
Can't wait.
You know, there's 2 camps. It's like your personal taste is where you rate it, and then how well the film's actually made. You know, in terms of how people acted, the score.
Yes,
obviously it's higher than that end, but for what I personally like, it was a 7.
Too much sand.
I agree to a point. That's where Taylor's scales to me never make sense. How like what is it? You judge each movie by yourself. Nothing like not that doesn't make sense, but like a 10 from one movie is not a 10 for another movie. It makes I don't know your systems.
It's how it makes you feel at that time.
Yes.
Because Ghostbusters is a 10 for me. It's not actually a 10 on how the movie's made, but for how it made me feel, it's a 10 because I just left it and I was just so happy watching that movie.
Yeah, that's
But
mine.
obviously, when you rate that against all the great movies in the world, it's nowhere near it. But for how I felt at the time, it was a 10.
Mine's a combo of critiquing and excitement because there's no perfect movie in the Batman because I've seen it twice or stuff like, oh yeah, I could change that. But what about you, April? Because you've seen it, so what do you think?
I really loved it. Yeah. I've seen it 3 times. I saw it for the third time last night. Um, it's just so beautiful. I just want to see it in the movie theater as many times as I can before it leaves.
Yeah, because it actually will be there probably for a little bit, even though it's on HBO Max and like what is it? I think it's May something or stuff like that. But Spider-Man's about to come out this Tuesday, and it's still in theaters and still making money. So if people want to see it on the big screen, they will. So, but yeah, Kirkland, you saw it again. You enjoy it more or
No,
less?
I actually didn't.
Oh,
that
no.
was
You
that was the day
lied?
I was writing that test, and my brain was just so exhausted. It ended up being pretty late, so we just passed. But no, Shay still hasn't seen it, so we're gonna have to go here pretty soon. Her work schedule for this week and next weekend is just working, so we'll have to find a weekday to go do it. But very, very excited to see that in theaters again.
I was at the climbing gym the other day, and I saw this guy had a Batman shirt on. So I asked him if he had seen the movie, and I was talking to him for a bit. And he asked me
I'm gone.
if I. It looks like Travis is glitching out, but
I'm back. I
welcome
think I'm back. I think I'm back. Yeah.
So I was talking to this guy, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see Batman tonight. Actually, I haven't seen it yet. What do you think?" And then he asked me if it was better than the Joker, and I was like stunned. I'm like, I don't, man, that's a great question, and I don't know how to answer. Where do you guys land on that debate?
Oh boy.
Is that a debate that people are having online? I'm sure people are talking about it, but I don't know. Personally,
little
I'm still, even to this day, I don't know. They're
I'd
so
say-
equivalent to me.
I'd
I
say
wouldn't
that's
watch the
more
Joker
watchable.
again, but I watched the Batman again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough because they're both doing different things. Because like at least with the Joker, it is you have other characters, but it's just mostly his story. With Batman, you have a few others, but I'd probably lean a bit more towards Batman because I like the opposing kind of Batman versus Riddler dynamic and stuff. But they're definitely pretty close. I both really enjoy them for different reasons. But I think they are similar. Like obviously Joker's third act, you don't have a bunch of action, but they are similar as far as like the pacing of them and much more of a
I
slower
was going to
world.
say,
and everything like
there
that.
definitely was a tone. You could see how that Joker could easily fit into this Batman world.
Yeah, but he's not going to, Carl.
No, he's not, but which I'm happy with. I like the fact that DC's now just going balls to the wall and say, I will do whatever we want.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we've got these multi-universes. Let's just go for it.
Were you disappointed by the Flash delay, Carl?
No, it just keeps happening. I love the Flash. I wasn't a big Ezra fan until he appeared in the Flash crossover, and it gave me an extra level of respect for him. Because he goes balls to the wall of trying to promote his Flash, so I have to admire that. So yeah, hopefully the film works out. People didn't rate the Batman and heard Robert Pattinson was going to be in it. Look what happened. So fingers crossed this works.
Oh yeah, well, it's just a bummer. We were gonna get
Yeah.
November, and now next June. You know, that's
Something to look forward to. I've got used to it.
yeah. What about you, Taylor? Joker versus Batman. Do you have a preference there?
Oh man,
Because I was surprised you liked the Joker as much as you did. When
I know.
you
I saw that
it.
multiple times in theater. I need to.
Yeah.
I bought it. Like I need to rewatch it.
Steel case?
Actually, yeah. I wish there was steel case. I need to rewatch it because I really enjoyed just how you feel like shit watching it, but like just in an entertaining way. And I'm more of an action kind of guy. So in the end, I'd probably lean more towards the Batman because visually, so many of those shots were just so good. And not to take any flack on the Joker, there were so many good moments in the Joker too, where it's like this is just super cool to visually see and experience. But probably Batman.
Yeah, I think that you're right there. The scale is something that I think I like a bit more at the Batman. Like I feel like there's more shots in my mind that sound Joker, even though Joker has some really good ones. But yeah, I remember seeing Joker and I was like, oh, because I can't remember. Maybe it's not the same year as Hereditary. It's not, but it's like the year after something. I thought, oh, Taylor's not gonna like this. There's no way. It's way too slowly paced. There's not like most action is Joker gets hit by a car. I'm like, this is not gonna be up Taylor's alley, and it was. Kirkland, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, they're both great films. I'd say Batman's more watchable for the action. Yeah, Taylor said he loves, that feeling of just feeling
Feel
like
like
shit while
shit.
he's watching Joker. Typically, I don't, if I'm just going for a casual movie viewing experience. I mean, it's special when a movie makes you feel that way, but it's not something I seek out.
No.
I'll put on the other guys or something. But yeah, they're both just 10 out of 10 movies. So it's really your taste. If you like to just be dour and sad while you watch a movie, like Taylor, go for that.
Not 9 out of 10, right? It's a 10 out of 10.
No, yeah, it's 10 out of 10. It's a solid 10 out of 10 with no DLC rating like Dune got.
There you go. Gary says, I really like the Batman. I was surprised Carl stayed awake the whole time with that hangover. He says it's definitely better than the Joker. What about you, April? Where are you on that dynamic?
I mean, they're really close. Filmmaking wise, they're both phenomenal films. I think probably the Joker is a better film, but I definitely liked the Batman more.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I could see that take. My speaking of things, that was one of the things I was going to bring up. I had a review. We got a 1-star review, but this has happened to a few. So
Justified.
This guy, he had tweeted something at Clay, who hosts DC Alliance, about just something about. I'll have to find it, but just that Clay's the worst, and he's always complaining. You have to do all this stuff.
He knows Clay well.
And then we got a 1-star review, but definitely I feel like it's towards me. The title is Nope. It's 1 star.
They're excited for the Jordan Peele film.
Yeah. The host talks as if he just had an 8-ball. Needs to slow down and pace himself. Stopped after 5 minutes. 1 star. And I was mad because lately we've gotten a lot of 5 stars. We had a good run of them, and that broke it. But yeah, it's so funny. I don't know, I guess I'll take it as a personality trait. There's that. I remember we were talking about Warcraft this week, Dylan, because they're making a reboot of that, and that was, I remember, one of our first 1 stars too. And I got the comment was something that I was drunk. That's what it was. That I was drunk on the review and stuff like that. And then I talked to the person. I actually talked them down. They're like, "Oh, I'm so ready to understand," stuff like that. But this guy, so after that, I saw, because it's strange. His like the way he reviews things is the same as Twitter handle. So he wants to be phone. When you go to his Twitter, it's just him tweeting at a bunch of people talking about how much he dislikes their Batman review. He's tweeting at Kevin Smith. He's tweeting at another podcast.
And so is it because he hates the movie and people didn't agree with him or something?
No, he loves the movie. I don't know what.
We all love the movie too. So what's the problem?
But I guess it's just that
it sounds like that guy should get his own podcast and do his own thing.
It's just like, I guess he loves the movie, but if there's a critique, he needs to go out there and say, "Oh, what the problem is."
Right. It's a perfect movie. No single issues with it. And yeah, if you make any complaint, then you're a 1-star review.
But his complaint with me is that I sound like I have an 8-ball. So there you go. I'm sorry. Sorry, Chris.
What about the camera work on the Batman? Was everybody in on it? Did you like it?
I thought it was great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's your professional take on that, Carl?
It was because parts of it was cool, and then there was this odd point of view shot that he kept doing every now and then. I'm just like, I'm not so sure, and this sort of took me out a wee bit.
Like the blurry ones?
No, it was just like, say if they jump off the building and suddenly cuts to him, it leaves that cinematic to being like more of a GoPro style kind of shot, with your point of view. And I just wasn't too fussed on those. It's not enough to like make me not like the movie. It was just the odd shot here and there, but it was beautiful most of the movie, but it was just those odd wee shots I just didn't like.
Yeah,
I brought up the opposite on the review. Just thought the camera work was fantastic, and the lighting and all that.
Everything was just those odd wee shot that had happened. Like, so it's not enough to even mark it down on point, just personal preference.
Yeah. You hate it. It's fine. We get it. You can just say it.
Okay, it's a piece of shit, to be honest. It's a piece of shit.
Yeah, you don't want to see the
I'm all, bring back Jim Carrey. That was the real Riddler. That's what we need.
Carrey, oh boy.
Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big bad black?
I think people I've seen talk about it's mixed on the like the blurry shots, like the in-depth perspective. But that doesn't bug me. I know some people it bugs, but I think they do it a lot. But
Yeah, but people don't appreciate how hard that actually is to pull off. The focus on that there is just ridiculous. That was just, it was gorgeous.
like that's Carl flashing back at someone he's taking a photo for. Like, you don't understand how hard I worked for this shot.
Oh, seriously, like it just takes one person to step out by like an inch, and that's all completely out. And to do it when you're working on the fly, people don't appreciate how hard that is.
Mm-hmm. So Taylor once said this about thumbnails and stuff for his job. He says that the design that he always likes the most is the one that like the client likes the least, or no, it's the one that you like the least that people like the most. Is that the same with you, Carl? When you show them?
Yes, 100%. There's some videos that I've made for clients, and I think it's pure shit, and I hate it. And they think it's the dog's balls. They're like, this is the best film ever.
But why is that a positive thing over here? The dog's balls.
I don't know. The dog's just got great balls over here.
Dog water, got dog balls.
Yeah, dog.
And these poor dogs.
There's honestly, there's some videos that I've made for people and I love, and I've watched them back over and over again myself, and they're just like, I don't really like that shot, or I don't like that. And I'm just like, I want to slap you in the face. This is amazing what you're on about. So people, you just can't keep happy. I learned that the hard way. I agree with Taylor on that one.
It's a sense of like ego that you have to really always be constantly working at, because you're the professional doing what you're doing, and then they come in thinking they're the professional.
Yeah, right? And if you ever give something, they're like, I'm not fussed on this, it's not great, and then they're like, this is brilliant, and they love it. I'm like, this okay, right, whatever. Fuck you, asshole. This is shit, but sure, give me your money, thank you, bye.
See, and now to counter, because Taylor, I know I'm on the other side of that. It's not that we think it's better. It just shows these options, and maybe that's the one we like more, you know? And it's like, technically we're paying you.
But there is a difference where when I'm working with designs with you guys, it's great because it's collaborating and everything. But when you are given, like, this is what the information you have, and then you run with it. And I know sometimes, like, I chew my own words when I'm doing things for the podcast, but like, when you do other things and you're given the information you present to the client, like, no, we don't like that at all. It's like, well, this is what you asked for. And I think, this is really good. And then it goes AWOL.
You just take it very personally. You do.
You can't. You can't.
Just really angry. Lose
multiple
clients. Just flashing back on them.
Yeah. No, that's the way. Maddie, how's it going?
What's up, guys? Nice to see everyone.
Good to see you.
Hello.
What's up, Matty? Are you well? Because you're looking well, sir.
I'm good, man. How's everyone doing?
Very good. Very good.
Good.
Happy time change.
Sunday.
Yo, you guys are troopers. You started at 8 a.m. this morning. No, it's because of the time change. My God.
It's technically we started at 9. It was technically 9 a.m. Maddie. Don't bring it up. Don't. I don't want to hear about it.
We had this debate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Screwed me up also.
Yeah. What do you got going on in life, sir? How's it going?
Everything's good, man. I'm actually going later today for round 3 of Batman, so I'm pumped. Can't wait. It's awesome, man. Because even like before going back for the second time, like I was so excited. Like I feel like I'm even more excited now. Like it just, I don't know, it hasn't died down at all for me. I'm gonna try and go back. Travis, I'm kind of doing like you, what you said you had done with Dark Knight. You're just kind of finding any friends or family that haven't seen it, and I'm like, okay, I'm coming with you guys. Like,
oh yeah. Yeah. You got to get up to 12. You got to get up to 12. That's my Dark Knight record.
I'm doing, I have tickets for IMAX next week, so I'll definitely get to 4. Nice. I'll probably do probably end up doing like 5, and then I'll see from there. But I want to enjoy it while I can on the big screen,
So I think you like it. I was going to ask you if you like it, but I think you answered that.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. It was really, really great. So many things I loved, honestly. I can't say enough about it.
Mm-hmm. No, you're just going over and over to hate watch it. Just no, it's still not working for me.
It must be something.
Find something else I don't like.
Yeah, he just has this Twitter thread of everything. Yeah, no, I remember that mistake because I saw Suicide Squad for the review, the first one for the review, and then I had tickets to go see it with a friend that was coming from Vancouver. Man, that was a mistake. So I had to see it again the Saturday, and that sucked. Just having to see that movie twice within a weekend and everything, but. The IMAX will be fun. That's exciting. I wish we had something like that here.
Yeah.
There's no IMAX at all?
Victoria is the closest one, I think, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
There must be one in Vancouver, no?
I think there's one
in
Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Is there one in Vancouver?
I think they've got one like 50-inch TV and they'll just gallop around it.
That's your theater, the 50-inch TV?
No, that's just yours.
Oh, yeah.
That's Kirklin's new living room.
65, actually.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But no, we don't have IMAX here in Cologne. We have something called the Extreme Screen, which is like it's bigger than your regular
It's mostly the
theater.
audio, I think,
Yeah.
is like the gimmick there.
Yeah.
The 3D audio.
Which is where I'm going to see it on the west side, to see it with like
Nice.
a little bit better on Monday. That's gonna be my third time.
Do you have the Dolby Atmos and stuff there yet?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's the sound from that is it's different level.
It's
like
extreme.
It's so good. It's
Has anyone done Screen X?
yes, I did it for
Is
Spider-Man.
that good? Like I never.
What is that?
I didn't like it.
No?
It was Screen X. Is it the one where like it comes up around the sides?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I
So,
only
like, and-
discovered it like yesterday. I didn't even know it was a thing. But then I heard I saw someone talk about it, and they said it was pretty bad. Also,
There's 3D and then there's 3DX and then there's Screen X. And I don't
Yeah.
like 3s. You just went to Screen X. It's cool, but it depends on the price you get it for. Over here, it was not worth the money because for me, a normal ticket is £4. To go see that was £15. So it was a huge jump up. Yeah, it was not worth it because like if you're watching Spider-Man for they'll cut to like a fight scene and then around the walls up the side of you, it has like extended footage.
Yeah.
So it's just giving you a wider view of the fight scene.
But it's
cool.
literally
because-
like you literally have to turn to the side to see the.
yeah,
side
but
scene,
it
or
depends
like-
where you sit. I always like pick my seats directly in the middle of the cinema
Right.
as well.
Yeah.
That's called Screen
So-
X.
Yeah.
And Screen X is where so you'll have your screen at the front and then it'll come up around the sides of the
Okay.
walls.
They have it listed in the Vancouver theater, actually.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm looking at stuff right now for it. Yeah, they have D box, Screen X, and standard.
Even D-Box. Do you guys know what that is? I always see
No.
that on Cineplex also. I don't know what it is.
D-Box.
I
Anyone?
think I did that for Spider-Man, or maybe not Spider-Man, but it might have been Batman. But I don't remember noticing.
Oh,
anything,
it
but-
says it's a seat that moves. I don't know how legit.
Oh
it
no,
is.
I definitely didn't do that.
I
Just
didn't know you were in that
vibrates.
theater. Whoa.
It says it moves with the action on.
It's
screen. I
confusing,
don't know.
man. Going on Adam tickets and yeah, there's just all these different
Yeah.
words. I'm like, I don't know what any of these mean. Just give me the basic movie. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, I knew that's what 40 was. 40 is the like the thing you shake and it's like your whole seat's
Squirt
moving.
water in your
Yeah,
face.
it spits at you. Yeah.
Yeah, you just smell Batman's gross leather after a
Yeah.
hard day's work. It's like Alfred's flesh. Just, I don't like this
Just
4D
burning.
experience. I'm outta here. Yeah. My first 4D experience was seeing Shrek at Universal Studios. It was a fun
Oh,
time.
that was wild. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
god.
first one, the first Shrek.
No, there's a specific Shrek 4D like half an hour
Okay.
movie. They've
Oh,
made
okay.
you can watch it as the non 4D because it's all about like you're going to Farquaad's castle and there's a ghost there and stuff. But like yeah, it's like people fart and they like put out like
The
air.
spiders. I
Oh,
was
spiders.
livid. I was fucking freaking out.
I was livid.
Get to the manager.
He stormed out of the Universal Park ride livid. I want to speak to someone. Yeah, the one that got me was the rats. They like have something by your feet. So when the rats run by, like you feel like a tail and everything like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know how. Like I know some people watch those for these big movies. I think I would maybe do that for a second time for a fun experience, but I don't think I'd want to see the first time like that because I feel like you'd be really taken out if your seat's like moving around while the Batmobile's like hidden penguin. Like I don't think I would enjoy. I think I would be not.
You
I
flip
wouldn't-
upside down like penguin.
Why does this seat have a belt buckle? Oh, but like yeah, I just don't think I could focus the same way if I was.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't want
It's
that.
a different experience.
Yeah, especially
You guys
'cause-
have VIP
no.
over there? No.
Oh god, shit.
'Cause-
No.
Yeah, because it made me, what you just said made me think of similar to that. Because on my second viewing, I did VIP. We have it here, and the entire experience was awesome. The only like critique I had was the actual theater that we were in, because I found the screen was super small and the
Oh, yeah.
sound, the audio was really low. And like the night before, I had gone and seen Batman the first time in Ultra AVX, and like the sound was amazing. But it's pretty awesome. It's like you go in, they have a VIP lounge. So it's $10 in total. It was 25 Canadian, $25. It's a VIP lounge. It's kind of like a sports bar. There's like a pool table. There's TVs. You could order drinks, food, and you chill in the lounge. And there's a half hour window before the movie starts where you could actually order food and drinks to your seat. And the seats are fucking awesome. They're like full like lazy boy recliners. You have like seat warmers. So it was pretty awesome. But like I was disappointed in the actual quality of the theater and the sound. So like what you had said before on the first viewing, I feel like it was a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
Maddie, I have a question for you. So when it comes to like a theater, would you do, because I'm just looking at all the different types. So they obviously have like regular, they have 3D, they have IMAX, they have Ultra AVX and Ultra AVX D-Box. So what is like the best of the best out of all of these?
So again, D-Box, I haven't done it, to be honest with you. From what I read, like IMAX is great if it was actually filmed with IMAX cameras. Even if it's not, it's still awesome because it's the type of screen. But if not, like from what I read, like for like superhero movies or those kind of movies, Ultra AVX is a great option too. Because for that, from the description I read, even if you're on Cineplex Theater, they have even the descriptions. If you click it, it should kind of give you a little bio of what it is. But from what I read, like for the general like blockbuster movies, I think Ultra AVX is pretty awesome, and I've done it. It's really great, like sound quality and the screen too.
Okay.
And IMAX is awesome too, but like ideally for films like shot with IMAX cameras. Have you guys done IMAX a lot? I haven't done it often. I think it's like a curved. You've done it, April. It's like a curved screen, like it.
Ours is curved. It's just really big.
Okay, yeah, it's just like a bigger screen. Yeah.
I've only done it a few times, but the very first time I saw IMAX was actually when we went to like the Vancouver, like this, I can't remember, Dylan, is it like a space museum there or some science museum? Yeah. So that has an IMAX screen, and me and my dad saw this NASCAR documentary. I did not give a fuck about NASCAR at all. So like I was not happy we were watching it, but I appreciate it because IMAX is. I wish I'd be. I don't care because I'm so mad. Chris from Marvel Alliance, he lives. I can't remember where he lives in America, but he went for his IMAX the first time for the Batman. I'm like, man, I'd be going all the time. I don't care for the extra price because when you sit in IMAX, you just feel engulfed. Like if you got the big enough screen, you literally feel like the screen is so massive. It's so much bigger than you. Wow. The sound is just pumping. Like, yeah, IMAX is. And then I saw it a few more times at the States. I remember when anytime we'd go for like in the States when I did the WrestleMania trips, I'd always try and make sure I see a movie at IMAX because I want to see this massive screen. Like I watched the Clash of the Titans sequel in IMAX just because that was the only movie playing IMAX.
That sounds pretty cool, actually. IMAX. Like,
it was fine. I don't know if I needed to see that movie, but it's like I just wanted to see it. And I wish we had one. It's so much fun. It's just engulfing. That's what I love about it. Just you feel like you're right in the middle of it. So
I can't wait. I'm gonna do Batman next week in IMAX, so I'm super pumped.
Yeah, and then you got Morbius IMAX. You're probably pumped for that.
I'll probably get I don't know if I'll do IMAX, but
I'm gonna see Morbius in IMAX.
I'll go see it. I don't know if I'll do IMAX, but I'll go see it for sure.
I didn't realize we had the IMAX in Vancouver, but like I'm going down to the coast in June, like the week of Jurassic World, and the IMAX fits perfectly when we're coming back on the day of Jurassic World. So I'm gonna check the Jurassic World on IMAX.
You should do that, especially for a movie like that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Where are you gonna check out, in Alberta, the coast, or in Vancouver when you come back?
Well, they have one in Langley, I guess, because there's two in the Vancouver area, and Langley's one of them. But I don't want to go see it in the heart of Vancouver. It's just a gong show down there.
We did that for didn't we do that for Wonder Woman?
We did, and I'm glad Kyle was the one driving and had to worry about all that because it stresses me out when I'm there.
Yeah, both Civil War and Wonder Woman were in that one theater, and even Spider-Verse was for us still, but Spider-Verse wasn't as busy. I remember that one. Like it was like not. I just mean like it was later and it was like December nighttime, so it wasn't crazy. But like Wonder Woman and Civil War were like in the middle of summer, June and July, and it's an early screening in Vancouver. So I remember Civil War. We got there really early because it was me, Dylan, Liam, and Kyle. We went to the earliest screening and we did good time, but I remember sitting in that mall for what felt like an eternity, and we had one magazine, and like all our phones were like dying. We had that one magazine we just like kept reading over and over, and I was quizzing Dylan on Batman stuff. I remember like because I think at that point you didn't even know like Michael Keaton played Batman. I'm like Michael Keaton, and we started doing this stuff, and
you're fucking grilling him on Batman.
That's what happens when you're stuck 12 hours in this mall.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a different time, man. When we saw Civil War, I hadn't even seen the second Captain America, man. I was a different person.
It was like, I don't actually know because I guess that's how like we end this because I don't think we ever talked about this on air because I was just worried if it was illegal or not. So what happened was they did the early screenings in Vancouver. And the tickets went like that, sold out, and I was so pissed because we just found out about it, and then I somehow found somebody that was selling I think 6 or whatnot, and we needed or it was 6 or 4. No, I think it was 4, right? Because Taylor, Jessica, or Kirklin couldn't go, so that's how Liam got the other ticket because they couldn't go. But it was 4, and at that point, mostly it was just 4 or 5 doing the podcast. So I talked to this guy. He charged me a little extra for the ticket, but so be it. We got to see Civil War like a month early. We drove out there, but the problem was, so he had bought them. He put them in my name, but because it wasn't, there was some like weird thing where he bought them. You buy the tickets, you secure your spot, and then when you print the tickets, you put your name on them. So let's say Dylan bought the tickets, but then when I print them, it's Travis Snell. So when we went to go check in, it was shown that the ticket said Travis Snell and like guests and whatnot, but my name was nowhere on the registry for buying them. So they're like, but they were looking like, this looks very official. It looks like every other ticket. Like, how would they copy this? So it was 2 pairings. It was myself and Dylan and Kyle and Liam. And I remember that me and Dylan go in, and they look at the sticker like, I don't know. Like, okay, send them in. Right after us is Kyle and Liam, and they're like, hey, this is looking a little, because like it's another ticket that looks a little iffy. Yeah. Liam or Kyle's name's not on the registry, so they got set aside, and they were not allowed in for a little bit, and then they got the approval. But me and Dylan were up ahead in the line, and we didn't see them for like half an hour. And like I said, our phones were, and it's like, man, I don't think they got in. And I felt so bad because I was like, our name's on the ticket, it should work. And I felt so bad if Liam and Kyle came to, and they would have done something. They would go and get some drinks, but if they would have came to Vancouver, sat around in a mall for the whole day, not to see Civil War. I felt so bad for half an hour. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe they did this. And then they let them in, I guess, because the manager said, oh, whatever. And I think because they looked, and I think what they told them is they looked at the number of tickets. They're like, well, the theater's not overfilled, so they're probably legit. If it would have been like, hey, this seat's 45 and there's 47 people, this doesn't make sense. But it was a wild day, and but the whole trip we were worried if those tickets were going to work because my name was not technically on them, but it worked.
That's nerve-wracking. That's like a lot, especially
you guys
such a journey.
Gamble, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. what a gamble. Nothing I would do nowadays of like having the like I'd make sure the tickets for sure, but
you'll just call them and ask and be like.
Yeah, and that's
why
we
drive to the States, Travis, for Batman, and we don't even get to see it.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, and that's why. But we couldn't say that to the theater. We couldn't say, "Oh, we bought these through a guy like online on Twitter." You have no
receipts.
Yeah, like I just PayPal'd him some money. I still have his PayPal name. It still comes up every once in a while. So
you just send him some dollars.
Yeah. I'll ask him to send me some back. Hey. Pay me for those tickets. But yeah, no, we don't get many. Obviously, Dylan got the Batman, but that was a day early. Spider-Verse was, well, I guess probably because COVID, though. You think about it, right? Spider-Verse came out in, what was it 2018? Right? 2018, 2019? So. Yeah. And then 2019 happened, then COVID. So that's probably why. We usually in Vancouver, we'd get a couple, like we got Civil War, we got Wonder Woman, we got Spider-Verse, Dylan got Batman. But I imagine maybe if the world gets back to being better, we'll start getting more of those and stuff. And I'd go for like the ones that are a week early. I was jealous of Dylan seeing it on the Wednesday, but I wouldn't go for the day one because like, okay, well, it's just a day I can wait. But the Civil War one, that was like a month, and it was such a strange feeling seeing it, and just like only us 4 could talk about, like no one else. And even when it came out, it felt like it was big, but it's just like, oh yeah, I've seen this movie. Like it's just like even when we did the spoilers review, Dylan again with I think it was. I don't think Kirklin was on that, but I was almost probably like, Briggs. It was Briggs, and I think Jessica. I was almost like, I don't really feel like I need to talk about this because I had talked about it already. Like I have no need, but yeah, hopefully.
Quick question, guys. I know Travis, you've seen it twice. I think.
Yeah, twice, and then Monday the third time, probably last time. Yeah.
Have you guys seen it a second time or not? No.
Not yet. I had plans to, but it slipped through the cracks, and Shay, my significant other, hasn't seen it yet, so we'll be going here pretty soon. She's working this weekend, but we'll find a time.
Cool.
For me, it's pretty rare for me to go see something a second time. I can't think of the last time. Like Civil War, I guess I did probably. I think I went and saw it again when it actually did come out. But I don't know. I don't really go see things. I love Batman, but I don't think I'll be seeing it again in theaters. Once was good for me.
You're gonna see Morbius twice, so that's the one.
Oh yeah,
that's the one.
You know what? I'll see. When's Morbius coming out? I'll see that.
It's April 1st.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I think technically it's March 31st, but April 1st is when it comes out. Well, yeah, let us know because we'll be reviewing it. So if you want to join, go ahead. But,
Dylan, were you there day one for Venom 2? Let There Be Carnage in theaters.
I haven't seen Venom yet. I haven't seen the sequel yet.
Don't worry about it.
You can pass.
Yeah, that was not high on the priority list for catching up on things when I was crunching in January.
Yeah. No, because I got Morbius coming up. But that's something we'll talk about off air because I don't even know. So it's just so funny. We did so to break the fourth wall, we did the Harry Potter retro. They did the Harry Potter retro. The reason it was up so early is because Jessica had her second baby on the way, and she's like, "Okay, well, I want to have these done before the baby comes because I don't know when that's going to be and might not be able to record and stuff." So okay, of course. So they did it. They did all 8, and they're releasing right now. The fifth one, Order of the Phoenix, just came out today, so check that out, or yesterday when you're listening to this. And I just realized I have the Fantastic Beasts 3 review on the calendar, but I don't know who's actually, if anyone's seeing it yet, because I don't think Jessica will be. And Emily just feels like she does not have really any interest in seeing this one. So I will spoil that this might be the first retro that leads up to no one seeing the new one. Usually that's our plan. Is we'll time it so this one comes up. But it's just so, like I always say, it's just so funny the lack of hype for this movie, which is attached to Harry Potter, one of the biggest franchises of all time, and no one's talking about it. It's out in literally a month from now, and it's just, I don't know. So maybe if there is, because the thing is with me and Emily, it's because for us we got to get a sitter, so that's why it's okay, if we're gonna get a sitter, we're gonna use them for ones we really want to see, with the Batman. Now we're using a sitter twice on that movie, but it's I was gonna see it one more time. She says, "Oh, I want to see it again." So it's okay, perfect, woman. This is why I chose you. So this is why do we use one? And even then, she's even debating on Morbius. She's like, do I want, she's in a 50-50, do we use a sitter on Morbius? Is it, I'm I don't know if it is, but at the same time, I still enjoy not seeing a movie alone if I can. And because I don't, especially at Morbius, I don't want to be alone at Morbius. That feels weird, but yeah, so look out, fans.
These trailers for Fantastic Beasts are not doing it for me.
No.
I also did not like the second one at all, so.
Zero hype also.
Yeah, and it sucks that Mads is in it.
Yeah, Mads is in it too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the main villain. I got no hype. It's just that should get me there, but maybe I'll see it in a cheap Tuesday with Emily or something. Maybe there'll be a later review. But yeah, I would say listeners, unfortunately, maybe don't expect that Fantastic Beasts 3. Maybe it'll come around, but yeah. So.
Guys, 2 quick rants, just quickly. One, I officially have a Switch, so if ever you guys want to play
hook me up.
Mario Party,
Pokemon,
let me know. I'm always down. And 2, just about the Batman, I just need to rant quickly, man. It was so good, man. Just so many things. That intro when he's narrating, and Travis, you mentioned the song on one of the cast, Campfight City Halloween, that's playing, and there's the intro. He's narrating, and they're showing the criminals in the streets, scared of the shadows. Oh my god, man, just the score is so good. I'm still listening to it. It complements the movie so well. And also that car chase, man, the sound design on that Batmobile was just insane, and that car chase was awesome. I watched the trailer hundreds of times, and it just didn't detract from it at all. My heart was racing watching it. It was just so good, man.
Oh yeah, no, I can tell you're hyped. You came back to that 20 minutes later, the Batman. But
I'm so excited. I'm just as excited now to go see it, man. Literally, every time
amazing.
I'm getting more pumped.
I'm more excited to hear what snacks you're gonna have for your next viewing.
What snacks? Probably some M&Ms.
Do you change it up each time you go, or?
I not really, to be honest. I usually bring some. I like the popcorn, but it always gives me stomach aches. The movie theater popcorn. So I'll bring some sneak in some chocolate usually.
Do you guys have nuts in the cinema? I can't remember if I asked this before.
Who buys nuts?
That's loud, I think, right? Isn't crunchy and stuff?
Who buys nuts while they're watching a movie?
Well, the M&Ms
hot nuts
with the almonds
Sahara
or
nuts.
peanuts in it. Those are good.
Yeah, that's different, Kirk. Let's try. He's just talking about almonds, cashews.
No, they're none of that. They're peanuts.
That's
cashews.
They're peanuts.
They're in a crispy shell. They're we just call them Sahara nuts. They're so good. Hot nuts, actually, they're called hot nuts.
Friend of the show, Connor, who's appeared on some streams here or there. He's like a major health guy. He would bring like an apple into the movie theater, and I did tell him at some point, I'm like, man, you can't do this. Like, this is the loudest thing ever. You can't be eating this apple right
You brought
now.
an apple. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
no, this is every time
No.
I'll bring a
Yes.
banana or an apple or something.
No, he needs bars
Guy's
for
never
life.
had sugar in his whole life. He's so healthy.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like a
yeah.
chicken
he just-
scary
he-
movie with their chicken. Full
It's
meal.
true. Oh my god, yes, it's true.
Yeah.
What does he do? He just holds like the eaten apple, like he puts it away somewhere after.
Puts on the ground.
Yeah, I forget. Maybe it's
Throws
like
it
he
behind
didn't
in
really
the
bring
cup
his lunch
holder, in the
kit.
cup holder.
Yeah, he leaves it in the. I mean, he probably takes it out when he leaves, but yeah, I don't know. It sits there.
Theater
No, when he leaves, it's
Rotting.
fine. Just during the movie.
These guys have like hot dogs in their cinemas theaters.
50-50
Yeah, so-
sometimes.
But yeah,
sometimes
what's
not.
that? Because over here, a few chains have started to do it. I'm like, who the fuck wants a hot dog?
Yeah,
Who
we
wants
have, like,
peanuts?
there's pizza too. We have, like,
Peanuts is
pizza,
better to
hot
eat. Like you
dogs.
would eat some nuts and crisps and stuff.
You
know,
don't want to
different-
eat those hot dogs.
I
No.
never had- I
The
never tried
nachos
it.
are
Like,
the cheese
No.
that they use on the nachos are absolutely.
Yeah.
Cheese
no.
is just
Those under
completely
UV
not
light.
natural. It's
It's
completely
just it's
man-made.
plastic. Yeah, it's nasty. It's not raw. It's wrong.
I remember there was a friend of mine. We went to a movie with a bunch of people. It was like in middle school and whatnot. It was open season. It was a bunch of double dates and whatnot. I hated it. It was not fun. But we were with a bunch of people, and an open season of the movie, by the way, not like dating. It was open season. He got nachos, and I remember he was so excited. He sat down. The second he sat down on his lap, they just fell to the ground. And I remember everybody, because there's a bunch of shitty middle schoolers, everybody at the same time, ooh, and he was just like he just like fuck.
I
So
was just went
he,
home.
Did he not just go and get more?
he did, but I don't know if he. I think he said he had to pay for him again.
Oh
I think
no!
I think the theater was really cheap, but this was in middle school. But I just remember him being. The only reason I think that is because like he was still very mad about it after, but it also was embarrassing because everyone gave him like the O. Like you never want that. I remember the loudest O I ever heard in my life was in elementary school. I won't say her name, of course, but there was this girl that was known as like kid. There's always a boy or girl, and they're kind of known as like the stinky kid, right? And that was kind of her reputation. But the problem, Kirklin's like, don't tell the story. But the problem was, you remember the desk where you'd have like the little like the cubby where you keep your books and pencils, everything like that. The stuff, her desk was always stuffed. Like it was always stuff coming. It looked like it was very busy going on in there. So classic, last day of school, you got to clean that desk out, right? And she was doing it, but then like whatever happened, she decided to dump it. And when she dumped it, there was like old food, stuff like that. Like all this stuff came out. I remember everybody in the class just going, oh, now she did cry after, and we all felt really bad. But it was worth it. There was multiple sandwiches, and it was legit. Like they were moldy sandwiches. It was like that
That's messed
person
up.
where it's like it was gross, like the stuff that was in there.
How do you not like smell mold like in?
That's why she was the stinky kid, Dylan, because it was always.
But
it
I like,
wasn't-
when does the teacher step in and be like, this
Oh,
actor
they
don't
smells like
care.
mold?
They didn't give a
I
fuck.
ain't getting
Yeah.
paid enough. I would get paid this
Yeah,
low
your wax
rate.
museum, elementary school.
Yeah, but is there not like a school cleaner that comes in and cleans the classroom that surely should smell
They
that?
don't touch the under the desks. So like
Well, they were plastic wrapped though too, so that
Okay.
like reduced the smell. It wasn't just a sandwich in there; they were all like plastic
Okay.
wrapped and whatnot and stuff.
Well,
I
that's
don't
fine
blame
then.
you guys. I don't blame you guys, Travis. Who the fuck would, especially kids? How would you react that way? All that gross stuff comes out.
Oh yeah, it was like grade 5 or 4. Like you feel bad in retrospect, but I just
Yeah.
remember, and I could not believe how much came out of that desk. So, my last question I got to ask you, Matt. So you said Mario Party. What was was that the only thing you bought on the Switch?
So I have Mario Party Superstars. I didn't get much. I have Mario 3D. I have Mario Kart. I also got Monopoly. So if you guys want to rip a Monopoly, I'm always down. It's the online 3D one is actually sick.
I have to, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll probably get. I'm gonna get Strikers when it comes out. You guys,
Nice.
is Ultimate Alliance worth getting?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I
Great.
think so. Yeah,
Okay.
it's tons of fun. If you're looking at
Yeah.
it's more like the kind of superhero
like a masher.
beat 'em up and stuff,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there's so many characters.
It doesn't
It's
have like
so much.
AAA polish, but
Yeah.
it's great. It's still
Yeah.
fun. I mean, there's
Probably-
like 60 characters in there, man. Like
Yes.
there's so much variety. It's great.
Yeah, I'll probably get that. I'll get that too.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say because I've heard that and I've heard spoken a few times, Taylor. I think that maybe in the future here we gotta host, maybe do a Mario Party stream. I think here, see with the patrons and whatnot, because I know
think
we
so.
all have
Fun.
Mario Party, and that's the best thing about Mario Party, having an online feature.
Yeah.
That's like what a gift. So you know what, maybe we should do that soon for maybe a night. And you know what, that would be maybe we can try and do it for another. I know we got a big After 9 coming up in April, Taylor. That'll be, or May. Sorry, we haven't announced that yet, but maybe that could be at After 9 because there's lots of downtime, so lots of time to talk and have
just not the 14th to the 17th.
No, definitely not.
Oh, we're actually the next After 9s are all the 14th to the 17th. So we're doing on the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th. So you're missing the next 4 cards.
I'll just log in from abroad. It's okay.
Oh yeah.
Travis, sorry on that note quickly, because listen, I'll play Mario Party with you guys any day you guys are down, but it's also only 4 people, you know. So like, if the 4 of you are gonna play, I'll fucking watch you guys any night. Also, like, it's so fun watching too. So like,
oh no, we can talk Patreon. We can talk to everybody. We can do multiple games. That's a fun thing, right? A group of 4 here, group of 4 there, mix up.
Tournament,
mini tournament. Yeah, that'd be down. So. Yeah, there we go. Got some ideas going. So anyone have anything to say before we end it? Anything off the chest? Going once, going twice. Yeah, good times always.
Got a lot of cats.
Got a lot of cats, yeah. And then so next month I'm not sure. I think we'll probably be doing a night one, and then stay tuned because we haven't announced yet, but Taylor has a very fun one planned for May and everything like that. So and you'll see some people around here. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you to April, who lost her internet, but so she couldn't be here for the last 15 minutes, but a shout out to her for joining. And everyone take care and have a good March coming up.
Take care, boys. Nice to see you guys.
Peace out.
Bye.